Hi everyone. Hope you all are doing great. Everybody show up on the screen, turn on your cameras. We have a special person in today's class. Everybody show up on the screen. I want all of you guys to show up at least because I don't want this session to be a one-way communication with you guys. I want it to be, two-way communication. It's gonna be an interactive session and you're gonna meet Vandana ma'am. She's a professor and she's been former dean and director of NIFT Delhi. She's been there in that college from like past 28 years, right? As a professor, as a director and dean. So you're going to learn a lot from Vandana ma'am. Just a second, let me add more students. We also have our faculty, Ashlesha ma'am. Yeah. So we will be having a conversation with these two experienced faculty. They are super seniors. And yeah, you are going to learn a lot of things as you guys are just getting started with your, design journey. You guys are just getting started with your, fashion design. It could be product designing. You all have given the entrance exam and right now preparing for the situation test. We have a lot of students right now in the class who have just joined artistic zone, right? You guys are a part of our foundation batch student. So it's going to be very insightful session because I am her student. I would not say I was her student. She also taught me at NIFT. She was our pattern making faculty and I learned a lot of things. Not It's just not about only pattern making and only about fashion designing. I learned a lot of personality traits from her. So I really want you guys to spend it's gonna be your precious 1 or 2 hours of your whole life. It's gonna shape your mind. It's gonna be a great session to get started with your design journey. So I want everybody to show up here because it's gonna be really great for all of us. If you guys show up, just sit straight, you know, don't have that like sleepy face today because she is my, professor, and I really want you guys to face her like a future designer. Okay, so show up on the screen, everybody. I don't want any cameras off in today's session, especially आप हमारे क्लास में छिपा कर रहते हो, but I want you guys to be active here because today Vandana ma'am and Ashlesha ma'am is here. And right now, Vandana ma'am is the director of SSIFS, which is an institute
Hmm.
for fashion designing. So mute your screen, everybody. Everybody, we have few new students as well here, right? So students who have just joined our foundation batch. This is just a quick introduction for you guys. This is not a regular session, so I want you guys to sit still, absorb whatever our faculties will be sharing with you. And we will also be having a Q&A, but I would recommend you keep on writing your, questions and doubts in the comments, okay? Don't just interrupt when she is speaking, okay? Is that fine? Yeah. When she will ask your doubts, ask your queries, then only make sure you unmute yourself because I will be not muting everybody from my side. Is that fine? So make sure you guys keep on interacting. I don't want this session to be a boring session just because of you guys. Okay? Make sure you keep on showing up. Is that fine? Turn on your cameras, everybody. Fast. Do it fast. It's going to be a life-changing moment for you guys. You will gain great perspective in your life because it's not only about, learning for the entrances and all. It's also about personality development. It's also about expanding your, perspective. If you really want to be a fashion designer, make sure you don't keep on thinking in the box, right? You must start thinking out of the box. This is what I've learned from her only during our first podcast. We should always start thinking out of the box. And this is what, with that note, let's get started with this session. Okay. Are we all ready? Are you guys excited for this session? Tell me yes, no. Show me your
Yes,
pretty.
ma'am.
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
great.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We have Ashlesha ma'am as well. Yeah. Hi, Ashlesha ma'am. Welcome
Hi,
here.
Nishta. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for um, giving this opportunity to us.
Oh no, ma'am. I'm honored. I'm literally honored to have you here at Artistic Zone.
Yes, yes. So yeah, hi everybody. My name is Ashlesha Nidhi, and I am a bachelor. I passed my bachelor in 2016 from NIFT Bhubaneswar, and my masters I did from NIFT Gandhinagar from 2019. I did, yeah. I passed out that year, and after that, I had been working with industry in the brands like Reliance, Misho, and then Mintra. And then after that, I thought of joining this institute to teach students how to get into this industry, how to make a career out of this industry. And a lot of people, mostly we all, when we come choose fashion design, we choose it out of passion. And to know in prior that how this world works, this fashion industry works, that is a very big opportunity for every one of you, as Vandana ma'am is here with us, and she is guiding us throughout. We are associated with Sri Sri Institute of Fashion Studies from last 2 years, and with ma'am, and she has been guiding us every now and then for everything. Till date, I learned from her in classrooms while teaching. Also, I learned from her. So our first batch is already running, and the next batch we are doing our exams and interview on 19th, and on Monday, coming Monday. So yeah, we are all set for the next batch to be welcoming at our college. And yes, ma'am, I think everybody is waiting to listen from you about the institute, about your journey, your life, and everything.
Amazing.
Mhm.
I thanks, Ashesha. Hi, Shresha. Lovely to see you again.
Hello, ma'am. I'm so honored
And,
to have you
uh,
again here at Artistic Zone.
most welcome, beta. Most welcome. And I'm really looking forward to interacting with your kids. So tell me, what do you want me to say?
Yeah, ma'am. So we can, get started with um,
Can we have everyone with their cameras on? Because Shrestha has been saying it for a long time. You should have your cameras on
yeah,
because it's so difficult to. I'm an old person. I don't like talking to a blind screen.
true.
I like talking to people. Chalo.
Everyone, please show up on
Sorry.
screen.
Please.
Yeah, everybody,
Okay.
please show
The
up on
rule is we will answer questions if they have kept their cameras on. Okay. So if they want to ask questions, they have to have their cameras on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Chalo.
You guys can also ask your doubts, your questions, whatever you have related to career in design industry. So, ma'am, we can get started with this. Like a lot of students think that design industry is a bit tough, uncertain. So, what's your take on this? Like, what should be there
See,
in the West?
I think one of the most stable industries, as we have seen in the last pandemic, was fashion industry. Yes, people did not invest as much in clothes as they normally do, but that was because their lifestyle had changed. They were sitting at home. But you do not stop buying clothes because you can only eat about a certain amount of food. You can't eat beyond a certain thing. You can't buy. How many homes can you buy? Man's basic three needs are food, shelter, clothing. So, how many houses can you buy? How much food can you eat that you can buy a maximum number of clothes? Isn't it? And people do that. I'm sure all the kids who are here, they are kids for me. Sorry, you're young people who are getting into college, finishing school, ready to walk on your next career path. I would ask one question. How much do you spend on saving money? How much do you save? You save something?
Remember, your voice is
No.
breaking a bit. Just a second.
Wait, give me 1 minute.
Sure, ma'am.
I'll just connect on a Wi-Fi. Just give.
Yeah, okay. No problem, ma'am.
You can ask questions, I'll answer. If they have questions, I'll answer. Just let me connect to the
Sure,
Wi-Fi.
ma'am. Sure. You guys can keep on writing your questions in the chat box. your burning questions related to fashion industry. Yeah. I think it's fine, ma'am, now. The screen is...
Okay, chalo, let's do jab tak wo aata hai.
Yeah, sure.
So, see, fashion industry is very, very stable. It is one of the biggest employers, largest employers in the country after agriculture. And you know that we have all studied that agriculture is where maximum people in this country are involved. So fashion industry comes right after that.
Just a second, guys. Ma'am is connecting. I think there's some network issue. Let's wait for 1 minute. Till then, have your
Okay.
doubts. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Now it's clear.
Hmm.
Could you please explain it again?
Yeah, I was saying that fashion is the largest employer in this country after agriculture. So most of the country is involved in agriculture. You've all read that in heard that in school. You're being taught that. So fashion is the second largest industry where people are involved. So it's a very, very stable industry. It may not be the kind of industry that you get out of IIT and you are hired for about 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs a month and all that. That kind of salaries don't happen in fashion industry. But your incremental increase is phenomenal. I was talking to somebody who quit his job and started his own business about 3 years ago. So in 2012, his salary was 25,000 or 30,000 per month. Okay. When he quit in 2022, in 12 years, his salary was 2 CR. Which industry gives you this kind of incremental? And I'm talking of one example because that's the example which came to my mind right now. Fashion is not about labor. You can, as Ashlesha was saying, you do fashion because you are passionate about it. If you are not passionate about it, it doesn't work. It is not a रेगुलर इंजीनियरिंग जॉब के आपने डिग्री ले लिया उसके बाद आप इंडस्ट्री में गए और आपको जॉब मिल गई आपको जॉब जरूर मिलती है फर्स्ट आपकी डिग्री के बाद बट योर सेकंड जॉब doesn't come because you were there with a degree. You go with in the second job with your reputation, with the kind of work you have put in the office you were working on, and your next job totally depends on what you contribute towards it. I think scholarships and all we'll talk later.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Fashion Institute.
Yeah.
What is fashion industry? Scholarships are very minuscule part of the journey. Because if you are, I believe in it, if you are destined to do something and march ahead, everything falls in place. You know, one student joined us last year. He came from a family where they were very much against. One, they couldn't afford it. Second, he could not. His father did not support him and said, "I don't want to give you any money for your fashion design program because I don't believe in it." He belongs to a very small place in Bihar. I don't even know the name of that small village. And he was so upset, so upset. Somehow he managed to get the first set of this thing. His father called him back and said, "I don't want you to go back." So I told him, "I will not take you. If you're going to fight with your family, you convince them and come." He convinced them and came. His father not only paid for his second this thing, we could figure out somewhere where he can work and earn his fees and they will pay for his fees for the next few semesters. So if you are passionate about it, things do work out and fall in place. So coming to the fashion industry is huge. It's not only about designing, it's also about content, it's also about styling, it's also about costumes, export, domestic market, designer wear, couture, kids wear, men's wear. It's endless. I can't even count how many job avenues are there for fashion people. Who thought that Shresha would run a place like this, like Artistic Zone, when she was doing a course at NIFT? Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Don't look at me with such sad faces. फिर मैं भी sad हो जाऊंगी, फिर sad तरीके से जवाब दूंगी. इसलिए I want to see
Spark, basically. Yeah.
not only
Show
spark,
your spark, guys.
not
Right?
only not only spark, but at least a smile.
Yeah.
You're not being tortured here. I'm not torturing you. I'm just here to answer your questions. मुझे कोई आपको torture नहीं करना. You want to focus on and be in the graduation session. I'm taking a session. So you can't be industry ready because no college, whatever the best college of this world is, can make you industry ready, but you become industry ready if you follow the processes in the college properly, you do your internship the way it is meant to be done, and you do lot of other things which are given to you, some extracurricular assignments, some regular assignments. All these make you put together, make you industry ready. If your college curriculum is right, you will be industry ready when you join. I have not come across any student of mine who did not get a job. Okay. And in my 40 plus years of teaching, I've never given up on a student who I've taught. So that is what I would say when you say role of UI UX designers in India over the next few years. It's already there. They are so much in demand right now. I don't know how much they'll be in demand after 5 years because of the AI, but no one is taking fashion designers out because the soul of a fashion designer or this thing is very, very different than a UI UX design. UI UX is the most paying job right now.
Absolutely. Ma'am, having shaped the curriculum at NIFT, what are the most critical, like soft skills you think the next generation of designers are currently missing apart from the curriculum? Like,
Okay. See, the soft skill which this generation is missing basically is interaction with each other. They interact more with their phones and gadgets than they interact with each other.
absolutely.
Most of the people do not know how to talk to each other. And that's the communication which is lacking. Not necessary if you are from Delhi, you will be better at communication, or you are from a very good school. You can come from a very small school, but if you know how to talk, communication is a very, very important skill. Presentation is second very important skill. Because the way you present your ideas is very, very important. I have no idea why you want to decide a job right now. I'll tell you something, Beta. In my so many years of talking to the young kids, exactly 43 to be precise, in the first 25 years, I never heard anyone say that I want a job after fashion. Okay? People were looking to do a course because that was more than enough for them. But in last 20 years, parents have become very keen for you to do fashion design because it's a very good profession. It is a very good profession, but it becomes very, very good if you are passionate about it. If you are not passionate about it, it becomes a very, very boring place. Seriously, I'm not joking. Because as someone said, it's a hard work. Yes, it's a hard work. You chose a hard career, the glamour comes much later. Ask Shlesha and Shrestha who are here, when did the glamour come into their jobs? I am hardly, I have hardly seen people who are very glamorous. People tell me, oh, you don't look like a fashion designer. I don't. I only teach fashion designers. I train fashion designers, and some of the best names in this country are my students. I'm very proud of them, each one of them. And you have to have passion. You can't sit like this and listen to a conversation if it's something which interests you. You want to go to do a course in fashion, please, most welcome. But have the passion from within that you really want to do it. It's hard work. एक बात बताओ, can you do medical if you're not passionate about medicine? कर सकते हो? कोई नहीं कर सकता because it's hard work. You spend 10 years to study. 5 years MBBS, 1 year preparation for MD, then 2.5, 3 years MD, then something else, and so on and so forth. In the same manner, fashion industry, you don't need to do a PhD in fashion unless you want to teach like me. Otherwise, a graduation and a post-graduation is more than enough. Okay? Even if you want to start your own label, only a graduation is more than enough. You to start your own label, you just need to have the business acumen. अंदर से एक business sense होनी बहुत जरूरी है. आप फैशन डिजाइनर जैसे लगते हो या नहीं लगते हो, it's perfectly fine. But passion होना चाहिए. And passion, as Shrestha started with, to think out of box, to think differently. एक बार इनके एक सवाल ले लें, फिर उसके बाद आगे चलते हैं.
Absolutely, absolutely, ma'am.
Because
That
that's
was so
just too many, I'll
background.
miss them. Okay, first I've done UI UX कर लिया. You want to do textile design? Please do. There is enough demand for everything. You just have to become the best at it. But why do you want to do textile instead of fashion? You should be clear. Do you understand the difference between textile and fashion? If you don't, wait. In the end, I'll ask you and then explain. मैम निफ्ट में जाने के कितने टाइम बाद स्कॉलरशिप मिलती है? बेटा फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में मिलती है. फर्स्ट 2 सेमेस्टर की फीस आपको के पास होनी चाहिए. और आपको जरूरी नहीं स्कॉलरशिप मिल जाए. उनके भी लिमिट्स होती हैं कि वो दे सकते हैं या नहीं दे सकते. आपको अगर इतनी ज्यादा स्कॉलरशिप की प्रॉब्लम है तो आप ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूट में जाओ जहां की फीस निफ्ट से आधी है. I'm really interested in fashion communication, especially in branding, so that I'm concerned AI will be a problem not just for branding but also for the whole communication field. Beta, AI is going to change the rules. When calculators came, people thought people will stop doing mathematics. Did anyone stop doing mathematics because calculators came or computers came? No, no. So absolute intelligence will always be over the artificial intelligence. Which skills we must learn before joining any college or NIFT? किसी कॉलेज में अगर आपको स्किल सीख के जाना है तो वो कॉलेज अच्छा नहीं है. आपको कुछ सीखने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि हर कॉलेज, आप जिस एजुकेशन सिस्टम से आ रहे हो वहां पे आपको हर स्किल हम कॉलेज में ही सिखाते हैं. वो बेशक SSIFS हो या निफ्ट हो, आपको कोई स्किल सीख के जाने की जरूरत नहीं, वो सब कॉलेज में सिखाया जाएगा. My family is keen for me to pursue interior design. The only thing is interior design आपके के लिए बहुत लिमिटेड चॉइसेस हैं कि आप कहाँ से डिग्री कर सकते हो इंटीरियर डिजाइन में, बाकी आप करना चाहो आपकी मर्जी है. यू कन्विंस योर पेरेंट्स. आई कांट गो एंड कन्विंस योर पेरेंट्स फॉर इट. चॉइस आपकी है. एक्सेसरी डिजाइन और इंटीरियर में कोई मेल नहीं है, बिल्कुल दो डिफरेंट फील है. The only problem which everyone makes in college, उसे पूछा what mistakes do most FC students make during their college years? Not FC, any student makes is be unserious about your work. If you are serious about your work, you do your assignments well, you do your work well, there is no mistake you make. But if you cut corners in your academics, देखो एक बात मैंने अपने बचपन में सीखी थी, मैं आपके साथ आज शेयर कर रही हूँ कि हम अगर जिंदगी भर ऐश करना चाहते हैं तो हम अपनी पढ़ाई बहुत अच्छे से कर लें, और अगर हम जिंदगी भर काम करना चाहते हैं तो पढ़ाई के टाइम पे, कॉलेज के टाइम पे मस्ती कर लो. चॉइस टोटली आपकी है, किसी और की नहीं है. सो इट्स टोटली अप टू यू वेदर, मतलब बी अ बोरिंग in your college time or be a raja later. Its choice is completely yours. फैशन डिजाइन में कौन से डिपार्टमेंट अच्छे होते हैं? फैशन डिजाइन में सारा एक ही डिपार्टमेंट होता है बेटा, कोई और डिपार्टमेंट नहीं होता. हर सब्जेक्ट बहुत ही जरूरी होता है. आप अपना सवाल ढंग से करो, या जब आपसे मैं पूछूंगी तो वन ऑन वन पूछ लेना. What's one thing that fashion design looks for in freshers that students don't realize until it's too late? Hard work, attitude, aptitude, and hard work.
Absolutely.
और कुछ नहीं किसी को चाहिए होता. Is ma'am, how is athleisure and sportswear design specifically different from fashion design? Beta, fashion design is a bigger umbrella. If you learn to design clothes, you can design anything. Athleisure and sportswear is a very, very limited portion. It is like आप बोलो कि I want to be a ENT specialist. How am I different from a MD medicine? So MD medicine में आप सब कुछ सीखोगे, ENT में सिर्फ इतना सा करोगे. रादर ये ENT से भी बहुत कम है, क्योंकि ENT के लिए भी आपको MBBS पूरा करना पड़ता है. तो एथलेजर और स्पोर्ट्सवेयर के लिए आपका बहुत लिमिटेड वो हो जाएगा. कुछ कॉलेजेस अपने नंबर ऑफ प्रोग्राम बढ़ाने के लिए ये सब ऐड कर रहे हैं. If you can get into a full overall fashion design program, it will be better for you.
Absolutely. So basically, students, the question which I'm seeing again and again on my chat box is this: ki exactly what's required skill before getting into NIFT. See, NIFT or any design institution, they will be teaching you the required skill which is important for that particular department. But I think you guys wanna know what's the non-negotiable after NIFT they look into you, I think. If that's your question, right? NIFT करने के बाद, if you have done your let's say course, if you're done with your course, so there are, let's say, 30 students. So what makes a student opportunity grabber, ma'am? Like, what's that non-negotiable skill set which industry look out in the student?
Good, very good question, Freshta. Non-negotiable is, are you hardworking? Do you think out of box? How good are you with your hand skills? आपका पोर्टफोलियो इज अ ट्रू रिफ्लेक्शन. आजकल प्रॉब्लम ये हो गई है, मोस्ट ऑफ द पोर्टफोलियोज आर मेड ऑन कंप्यूटर्स, so the hand skills are losing. But if you have the hand skills, and that is why you see that situation test is a very important part of this thing, and CAT is very important for all fashion institutes. So this is the practice which you need to do, that is your skills. आप कहीं पे भी जाओ. And one question, lot of NIFT graduates also, NIFT students used to ask me, why do we need to learn pattern making, the subject I teach? We don't cut patterns, we don't make clothes. Yes, you may not make clothes in the industry, you'll have a master who will be making clothes. But if you didn't know how to do your clothes or do it yourself, the master would say, nahi ho sakta aisa. So how do you tell someone that it can be done? How do you make sure that someone knows what you are saying is possible? कैसे करते हैं?
You'll be even unable to visualize that pattern in your head if you don't know the pattern, right? You'll be unable to even have that communication with your pattern master if you don't know the basics, if
No,
you
no,
don't know the.
बेटा उससे भी ज्यादा they can tell you कि आप मैं तो जो कह रहा हूँ ना ऐसे ही होता है, ये गलत है. I remember when I was starting my job, the first time that the garment was made, the master made the neckline right here. He checked it on the dress form and it was still here. So I was asked, I was the youngest person, I was barely 21, and they said, "Aap try karke dekho." So I wore the garment and it won't go on my head. So he says, "Aapka sir bada hai." So I said, "Nahi, मतलब I'm just telling you how they can manipulate you to save their this thing." I was barely 21, out of a girls' school, girls' college, girls' polytechnic. Everything I've studied in a girls' this thing, and I go and work in an industry where the masters think they are the bosses. So I said, "आपने इसका neck बहुत छोटा काटा." Luckily, the person who owned that export house, I'm talking of the time when it was not professionally managed, it was the father was the exporter, the mother was the designer, or the daughter was a designer, and this is how the export houses ran. It's called the mom and pop culture. And I said, मेरा सिर बड़ा नहीं है. अगर बड़ा भी है तो ये थोड़ी है कि कोई आपका जो कस्टमर आएगा वो ऐसे खरीदेगा. And this was being made for a US brand. I've forgotten the name of the brand, but I still remember the garment. So this is how they manipulate you completely. मतलब आपको पागल बना सकते हैं.
Absolutely, that's actually so bang on. So there's the student, ma'am. She is asking. I also have to answer. I'll be adding my POV to this answer first. The question is, ma'am, there are so many videos on YouTube which people are telling their experience at NIFT, and it's always negative, and somehow it creates confusion on pursuing this aim of mine. So just kindly guide me on that. First, ma'am, can I just share my POV first?
Go
Uh,
through it.
so the first thing first, जैसे अभी मैम ने बताया, if you don't know your craft, people will manipulate you so hard कि आपको फेथ आने लग जाएगा कि वो ही सच बोल रहे हैं, मुझे ही शायद मैं ही गलत हूँ, right? This thing applies everywhere. I need to tell you this. There are a hell lot of people, and always the masses, always the mass. It's the herd mentality. I say it's the herd mentality. People talk shit about the college, people talk bad things about the college कि मेरा एक्सपीरियंस खराब हो गया, सिर्फ असाइनमेंट्स ही देते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा डेडलाइन होता है, बहुत प्रेशर होता है. ये होगा. ये आप कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूट, फैशन इंस्टीट्यूट ज्वाइन करो, फैशन डिजाइनिंग ज्वाइन करो, ये तो होगा. ओके, इट्स यू who is lacking the skill set to manage the stress. It's you who don't know the skill set. That's why every single thing is overwhelming you. Are you getting me? And it's the herd mentality. If you keep on seeing outside, no, you'll be unable to find out the solution. So this is what I think personally. Ma'am, could you just please elaborate?
Not only that, beta, it's the negative content which
Yeah.
catches your attention faster. What do the headlines sell in the newspapers? Only terrible things. No, no one talks. Everyone makes news out of the negative this thing. So don't go get carried away by negative this thing. Which institute you have heard very positive feedbacks? But I can tell you where our institute is very different from NIFT. One, NIFT has a 45 people, 43 to 45 people in a class. Our class size is not never going to be more than 30. This is my personal experience of teaching so many years that I don't want to extend the number of this thing. Number two, I have only one institute. I don't want to open many more institutes. So my faculty is handpicked and there is no clones of people available and people teaching online and all that. There are people there for each subject. Each one is handpicked and that is how we have people. Yes, some of the NIFT campuses have a problem. They do not have industry around it, so they can't send you for industry over there. Uh, Industry visits. That way our my institute is better. Okay, enough of my institute. So let's come to don't go by this negative feedback. Yes, it's important to read it, but go into the depth. Is it a person who Who's angry because that person failed? Is that the reason why that negative feedback is there? Yes. But would you talk against artistic zone if you have qualified to the situation test or whatever? No, she's doing her best. When does someone say, when one is, how do I make myself feel better because I criticize somebody else? So that is the end. So let's not get into the criticism. Agla question pooch beta. Let's do quick.
Um, okay,
Okay,
Aradhya is
can you
asking
please
that.
explain this difference between fashion design and textile design? The fashion design is for apparel, textile design is for making textile fabric. So fabric. So one is a starting point and one is the whole product. So that is the difference between textile and fashion. Between fashion communication and communication design, nothing beta. Communication design in a different institute, compare their curriculum and see what you want to do. So fashion communication is more about for the fashion industry. Communication design can be for any generic industry. Uh,
Right.
as I said, I don't want to comment on NIFT centers because if they do not have industry, it's your choice of either taking it or not taking it. I'm not getting into it. I've spent too many years at NIFT. I know their problems inside out, but I don't want to comment on that. They have, it's really a wonderful institute. It was a pleasure working for 30 plus years, not 28, 30 plus years.
30 plus,
I
yeah.
started teaching in August 93, to be precise, Shrestha. And I have built a lot of things at the institute, so I know all the good and the bad, so I don't want to get in there. I really would not know too much about NIFT Varanasi because it started last year. I retired from NIFT in 2023. Um,
So, ma'am, there's this student, she's saying, ma'am, everyone asks us to think out of the box, but the definition of out of the box is different for everyone. So, what out of the box is actually different? Like how we should think, basically.
if you have to ask this question, how you have to think, then you seriously need to do the course, a design program, because out of box is everyone has same ingredients. You watch Master Chefs or you like cooking? I hope so. कुछ तो अच्छा लगता होगा. So what do? You have the same set of ingredients, but how you take them and put it together in a different way, that is called a out of box thinking. हर कोई अगर same चीज कर रहा है, would you go and see a fashion show if everyone was wearing a white t-shirt and a blue jeans? Is that fashion statement? No, na. What do you want to see? What do you want to see in a fashion show? Something different, something unique. And that is what out of
Variety.
box thinking is. Okay. एंड आउट ऑफ बॉक्स थिंकिंग के लिए एक ऐसे सेशन में ऐसे बातें करते करते नहीं हो जाता. You put students in a series of exercises. I'm sure Shrestha has done it with you people for preparation of situation test. How to create different things from the same. आप situation test में क्या करोगे? आपको एक set of material मिलेगा, उससे आपको कुछ बनाना होगा. Right? So how do you make that different? That is what out of box thinking is. How you utilize each thing, how you put it together, that's out of box thinking. Hanji, agla.
You guys can also unmute yourself and speak up. That would be also great. Anisha is asking, oh, guys, don't ask about the center specifically here in this session. I'll be talking about different centers.
Something very clearly. All centers which do not have a full industry with them, rethink.
So that's why I always recommend you guys to, work really hard so that you can get into Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, just a center. It's not about the college, it's about the place, guys. It's about the place. It's the place which gives you exposure, right?
And also check who are the faculty members over there. What is their experience? You know, when my daughter was doing her master's, she checked, I don't know how many institutes, and she chose IISC, Indian Institute of Science, which is the best one because of the faculty who were there. So, what are their qualifications? What do they do? It is not only about I've been teaching here, but what have I contributed in all these years? That is also very important. So, if you have questions, please ask.
Okay, Sukrita is asking, would you recommend any specific projects or experiences during NIF that would strengthen a UI UX portfolio? Just do your assignments like that. Keep on doing internships. That's gonna be in your portfolio, right, ma'am?
Uh, okay, Yatha has asked, how would we know which centers have industry? So
Hmm.
what you do is, you know the center, Google and find out what is the textile industry or fashion industry around it. Very,
Yeah.
very important. By the way, fashion industry and textile industry primarily is focused in Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, to an extent Chennai and Gandhinagar. Okay, I think I've answered your question. Can you give information and tips about portfolio? What portfolio, beta? Portfolio is work, your collection of work which you will do at NIFT and
Yeah.
or in the Fashion Institute and do it.
Anuradha is asking, ma'am, I wanted to understand how you see the future scope of fashion industry in India and how the changing mindset of customers affects this.
Yes, very important, beta. Very, very important. So customer mindset is changing. So customer is not looking for only just regular clothes. They are looking for clothes which make sense. They are looking for clothes which are sustainable. They are looking for things uh, which do not harm the environment. This is what the customer is getting on. And I'm very happy to say that is what we focus on at SSIFS. Uh, what is the meaning of fashion in oriented interior design? You're asking the wrong person. As I said, it has started last year. I have no idea what they have added. I've not asked. You ask this question to NIFT, they'll answer this better. Jewelry design and accessory design. Jewelry is one of the accessories. Accessory as a whole includes lot of other things, bags, belts, shoes, tabletop accessories, uh, room accessories, and other things.
Harshita is asking, ma'am, how can we as aspiring designers stay ahead of the competition and develop ourselves in a way that, even in NIFT, develop ourselves in a way that makes us stand out, especially in a future where AI and new technologies will play such a significant role. Also, what skills or mindset should we start building now to remain relevant and extraordinary by 2030?
2030 is very close by. You'll barely graduate then.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's hardly any challenge. See, learning extra skills in terms of learning some softwares or some things. See, use computers, use this thing as tools, not to replace your mind. How many of you know your tables very well? Mathematical tables? Hardly any, because once the calculators were accepted as a regular tool, we stopped using it. When I was your age, I knew at least 50 telephone numbers offhand. Now I don't even know my own because everything is there in my mobile, right? So the skills automatically change when you change this thing. How you keep yourself updated and abreast of everything is put your focus on one thing. Your first focus is your work in the institute to learn maximum. to make friends with the best books which are available there. Then everything is in your hands in the on your phone, so you can keep abreast of technology, keep abreast of information, keep abreast of news. You should know that. And someone asked a question which I think we missed in between, that I have taught Sabyasachi, so what makes Sabyasachi different than everyone else? What do you think makes Sabyasachi so different from everyone else? He very kindly said, uh, everyone has the skill, you all studied from the same teachers in the school, right? In the class. But one person tops the CBSC and others don't. So what makes that person different? What is that difference?
What do
Ma'am,
you
his
think, guys?
own unique style.
Pardon?
His own unique style.
Not only that, hard work. Okay.
Yes.
And Sabyasachi is amazing. He worked throughout his college, supported his studies, learned and absorbed. As a designer, one skill which you should have is that be like a sponge, keep on absorbing information, keep on absorbing things. Can anyone tell you, teach you what is a good design and what is a bad design? How do you teach that to someone, that what is a good design and what is a bad design? आप बनाते हो ना, मॉडल्स बनाते हो, तो कई बार आपको फीडबैक मिलता होगा, अच्छा नहीं बना.
Tell me, guys, what's a
Ma'am, the
good design or bad design?
neatness and the functionality, is the product is user friendly or not? Like how we are exploring material
Because
in
these are the things which are very objective. There is something called very subjective, na? I like this
Elements
design.
of design and principle of designs, how we use them productively in our works, that makes the difference between the design, it is good or not. Solving the problems of the users too.
And also giving them something new, isn't it? Okay, one question which Anuradha has asked me, saying, be honest, are Indian consumers open to experimental fashion, or do they prefer traditional and safe choices? I think India is such a huge market. People are open to anything and everything. But if you say that your customer is 18 to 25 years with very big, deep pockets, lot of money to spend, and wants to wear experimental clothes, I've not come across that in my 60 years of existence.
Ma'am, one question I have. I want to ask this question because I really don't know the answer. So there are a lot of students who reach out to us on Instagram, on YouTube, and they have, like, I have noticed a pattern in their thought process, that they have this strong belief system, like engrossed in their mind. They started thinking that way, ki if they are preparing for a design entrance, like specifically, ma'am, NIFT or NID. Okay, so they have this thing कि अगर हम इस निफ्ट और एनआईडी के लिए प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, निफ्ट का एक टैग ही है जो हमें सक्सेसफुल बना देगा.
बिल्कुल.
एक बार अगर हम चले जाते हैं तो हमें सक्सेसफुल हम बन सकते हैं कंप्लीटली. एंड मैम, वन मोर थिंग, इफ दे आर अनेबल टू, मतलब अनफॉर्चुनेटली, बिकॉज रिजल्ट्स कभी हमारे हाथ में नहीं होते, देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ टैलेंटेड स्टूडेंट्स, समटाइम्स दे डोंट क्लियर द निफ्ट, लाइक वी आल्सो समटाइम्स गेट लाइक शू कि अरे इस बच्चे का कैसे नहीं हुआ, शी वाज डूइंग रियली ग्रेट, बिकॉज इट्स नेवर इन आवर हैंड. सो मैम, इनकी कॉन्फिडेंस मैम इतनी लाइक बिलो द बेल्ट चली जाती है कि दे स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग दैट वे कि अगर हम अब कहीं और से करेंगे तो ये हो ही नहीं पाएगा. सो मैम, व्हाट
बिल्कुल नहीं,
दैट वन थिंग
बिल्कुल
व्हिच
गलत बात है बेटा, बिल्कुल गलत बात है. Because there are three things. What is in your hand is your effort.
Absolutely.
Sorry to sound like an old person, but I'm an old person. We can only put in the best effort. We can't control what we are going to get. So don't worry about it. Number two, Sohana ji, so mat, आंखें खोल लो. आप you can only do your best. You can only put in your very best efforts, and the rest is totally in your destiny. The first thing is hard work, second thing is luck, and third thing is destiny. That is what drives the entire thing. What is in your hand? Only hard work. So don't be disappointed. And by the way, sometimes an adversity leads to an opportunity. We have a student here in our institute, SSIFS. He qualified for Gandhinagar in his last to last year, and somehow he could not clear his class 12th for 1 mark or something. So he could not continue at Gandhinagar, because if you're not class 12, they will not allow you. Next year, he could not qualify NIFT. He qualified, but with very sad marks. So he could not get a good center. He's here, and if you meet him, he says he's far happier with us, because the kind of attention he gets here, the kind of things he gets here, he would not get it at NIFT. So don't, whether you get NIFT, NID, or any other place, believe this is where your Dana Pani was. Put in your best efforts, and you will become a very successful designer if you are putting your right efforts at it. Sabyasachi became a Sabyasachi because lot of things fell into place. He worked hard, he had talent, he had very good luck, he was at the right time. The competition was much less. Now there were 28 or 38 students more in his class. None of them became a Sabyasachi. Right? So it's okay. You will get what is the best for you, and believe in it.
Absolutely, ma'am. So this is the basically summed up answer for YouTube students specifically. If you think that this is the only way to be a designer, no, there are a lot of paths. So never get carried away. आप घर भी जाते हो तो you don't only go with one path, right? आप ऐसा नहीं होता है कि अगर इसमें ट्रैफिक है तो हम यहीं पे स्टक रहेंगे. Always try to figure it out ना कि और कहाँ से जा सकते हैं. So destiny को पकड़ के रखो if you really want to be a designer, and keep on finding the ways. This is how a designer thinks, right? Be like a water, be flexible in your approach. This is what ma'am is trying to.
Trisha, there's another very interesting, very important question. I think it says, if we get a NIFT center which doesn't have industry exposure, very much so, should we choose that or focus on a center which has good exposure? I don't know which center you're talking about. Your first focus should be on the course which you want to do. Don't say, I'm okay if I get anything at NIFT Delhi, I'm okay. Believe me, if you want to do fashion or fashion communication, a non-fashion design course or a non-fashion communication course will not make it okay if you are in another department.
It's gonna be exhausting, I'm telling you guys, if you're not passionate about that particular department.
Number two, if it's a fashion design program and you're getting a center which has no industry, you know that. I've explained to you how the industry is. Please take an institute which is offering you a good exposure, good curriculum, and it doesn't matter whether it's a 3-year program or 4-year program. A lot of people come and say, oh, why not BDES and why BSc? It's okay. But if the course which they are offering, if the faculty is good, if they are saying that they will be able to deliver, please choose that instead of just a regular fashion design program in a place where it has no industry.
Absolutely. So you need to have these three checked. First thing first, your department, your course should be the first priority. Second, as per ma'am said, the industry exposure you should look for, right? The center.
Another question is, college can be overwhelming early. What's the mindset shift that separates students who find their footing quickly and those who struggle for years? Those who struggle for years are not able to find themselves. You are coming from a very protected environment of a school. You are coming to a college which is a free environment. If you have a problem, please don't go to a very big campus like NIFT, which has 43 students. Choose a college which has smaller classrooms, because in the 43, 45 students, you will have people who are very, very rich. You will also have people who are from very humble background, and you have people who are middle class. So that also becomes overwhelming. So in case you feel that you are going to get overwhelmed, choose a smaller classroom size.
Also,
Whichever.
ma'am, I have one more question. A lot of students who appear for even the NIFT entrance examination, majority of them are interested into fashion designing. They feel कि अगर वो fashion designing NIFT से नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, they'll be unable to be a good fashion designer. So is that true, ma'am? Like NIFT is the only place from where they can learn fashion designing, or there are even a lot of students from financially weaker section. They cannot spend. Like NIFT, I have to be brutal here. NIFT की fees is a bit high. Like अभी increase.
Not only, no. I would say that NIFT is reasonable if you compare it to Pearl and UID.
Absolutely.
But compared to places like SSIFS, which is ours, ours is a very, very niche college with a simple purpose of giving quality education at the best education prices for a student. The entire course is done within 6.5 lakhs. A 3 years program is done within 6.5 lakhs. No class size of more than 30 students. Best infrastructure. Our infrastructure can be compared to any institute around the country. Any institute. We have a fantastic library and everything. All faculty are trained by NIF. All are NIF graduates and Art of Living. So you get quality education with mindfulness
Yeah.
at best prices, and in 3 years you get a degree, which is BSc, UGC recognized degree from Bangalore University. So please don't worry about such things. If money is a criteria, if you are getting a campus which is not up to your choice, I would suggest come to Bangalore. It's a beautiful place. I wish we had Shlesha, if you have a video, please show them, and
I'm
they
just
can see
sharing
the.
yes, ma'am. I'm sharing the link for the filling the form, the exam which we have on 20th.
No, not 20th. They can fill the form, and if they don't want to give the exam on 20th, they can wait. If we have seats, we can take them in the next round.
Even
Okay.
this is for those students, YouTube students. A lot of students are saying, but NIFT is a government college. Hey, this is what this is basically for those students. जैसे काफी students होते हैं जो सिर्फ NIFT को ही लेकर चलते. They don't know about the other great alternatives, right? And even there are a lot of people from financially weaker section who also wants to be fashion designer, right? So I am here to tell you guys कि fashion design करने के लिए जरूरी नहीं है कि आप NIFT ही करो. अगर in case अगर नहीं होता, you don't have to take 2 drop 3 drop year just to prepare for an entrance exam.
Please, your life is very important. Don't drop
True.
yours.
Yeah. See, 1 drop, I understand. Like after 12, it's very normal. I also took a year drop to prepare for the entrance. But I have seen, ma'am, there are a lot of students who are obsessed with this tag NIFT ki if they have to be fashion design, they have to get into NIFT
By
only.
the way, yes, it is true that a lot of fashion designers are from NIFT, but I know a lot of fashion designers who are not NIFT.
Absolutely, ma'am. Like Vaishali Shadangule, she is not from NIFT. She did only 1 year diploma from Pearl. So it's not about the institution, guys. It's about your grit and passion, which leads you to be a designer, right? You just need to learn the required skill set, right? So if you think that skill सीखने के लिए सिर्फ एक ही place है या एक ही रास्ता है to go for your destiny, that's actually not the reality. Okay, you need to be very flexible in your approach. Are you getting me? So this is for those students who are from weaker section, EWS category. This should be your first great alternative. SSIFS, they offer. Ashlesha ma'am is here, I guess. Are you here, ma'am? Yeah,
Yes.
we have only fashion designing course, right? There.
Yes, we
I'm
have.
I'm here only, Shrestha, but
Yeah, ma'am.
my camera is off now.
It's okay, ma'am.
Yes, we have fashion design course as of now. It's a 3-year course, and it's a beautiful campus, very green, very around, and the Bangalore weather, everybody is aware of. So it's a very beautiful, small, cute campus, and the students here who have come from a very different background, they are happy to be here. First
Absolutely.
thing, the same problem, the fees problem which they
Yeah.
all had, and they are getting the same kind of education here. What people are getting at NIFT, the same kind of education. It is affiliated from Bangalore University, and also like apart from that, we are also adding up the curriculum which is NIFT is teaching them to their students. So we are teaching that to our students as well. We are making them ready for the industry. One thing which a lot of them are asking, that is it is necessary to pass out from NIFT. The biggest designer in industry is Manish Malhotra. He is not from NIFT.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He is self-made designer. So if
Exactly.
you have the passion, if you have the if you want to become a fashion designer, there is a multiple ways how Shrestha ma'am said you can choose different path. The destination is one, but there are different paths to reach there. NIFT is not the only path. You can choose as per your requirement, as per your status, as per your likes and dislikes, which one you would like to walk on. So that is important.
The
That's so
biggest problem with NIFT right now is it's in too many campuses. It has too many students in a class, 43 to 45. In Delhi, I think it's 50 this time. And senior faculty have retired. So people who are senior are not there. Someone asked, how do we find out what is a good faculty? Please ask the seniors.
yeah. Absolutely. One more question. Jasmeet is saying, ma'am, nowadays every influencer also ends up being a designer and a brand holder. So this thought that you need NIFT's degree to be a good designer is no more convincing.
And another thing is that to be a designer, okay, I'll answer that question. To be a good designer, do you remember if you talk about international designers, someone asked for experimental fashion, you don't remember people like Calvin Klein and all, because Calvin and Klein and all have very basic clothes. So if you have people who you remember are Issey Miyake, uh, McQueen, Alexander McQueen, and all, why do we remember them? Because they thought differently and did something different. So whether you go to NIFT or you go any other institute, if you can think differently, if you can, if you want to be a very big designer, do you think a NIFT degree gets you that very big designer job? No. You get to be a very good designer, you need to design very well. And to design very well, you need to have aptitude, attitude, hard work, and skill. And where does NIFT come there? Yes, NIFT is a great institute. It started very well, but today, uh, with number of students in the class, uh, most of the faculty, senior faculty retired over the years. It is a very different place now. Shrestha, you're muted.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, that's absolutely true. Bhavya is saying, so yeah, you got your answer. What was your doubt? Nowadays, every influencer also ends up being a designer because they can design. Even if they are not from NIFT, they can design. As ma'am said, you need to design first, right? You need to be a good designer first. So sources कहीं से भी हो सकते हैं ना, they maybe they are learning from YouTube or any other sources. So even if they are influencer from some tech background, IIT background, they are learning from the right sources. And ma'am, as said, hard work एक independent trait है, right? It is not associated with a college कि आप इस college में हो तभी आप hard work imbibe कर सकते हो. It's a independent trait which you can imbibe in yourself independently. So you can learn independently, you can be updated independently, you can be a hard worker independently. And why those influencers are succeeding in designing, not like मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगी Niftians are not there in that race, but I have seen also there are a lot of influencers. Even that girl, Little Extra, she went to Shark Tank. She is not from the NIFT, right? She is just designing beaded jewelry. That's all. She is doing a hard work, right? Hard work came into play, and she is being consistent, and she is still showing up every single day with her designs. This is what makes you a brand, holder, as you said this term. So this is what it's required, right? And these things are independent, not associated with any college or something like that. Are you getting me? So
And
if
by the way, out of the 20 students we have for the first batch
yeah,
last year, I think 17 of them made it to NIFT and chose us over NIFT. That is as good as I can say for that. One interesting question which quite a few students were asking, or one person asked, I remember now, is tips for situation test.
yeah.
Okay, very, very important. Since you are here and your situation test is when? 25th April. Is it announced or no?
No, ma'am, not yet. They haven't announced the exact.
Acha, I don't know from where I got that figure. Chalo. So tips for situation test is very, very simple. Make things which are totally different from the other people in the room. Don't make the mistake of making same thing. And number two, use your materials as innovatively as possible, because that is going to give you extra edge over other people in the exam. Third, make sure your model is sturdy and complete, and you have written very well, very neatly on it. I think I've put it as crisply as possible. इसके अलावा भी कुछ पूछना है तो पूछो.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, what kind of exams are taken for SSIFS?
It's a very simple exam. We do a online written exam. You get multiple choice questions. You do that, and there's a sketching question also. Not as elaborate as NIFT, because one can make out in the small exam better than a long exam what students want. And after that, we have a interview.
Ma'am,
And
so like
yeah.
Ma'am, so like that we have to do the multiple choice question and also we have to draw. So ma'am, the drawing we will click the pictures and upload that.
You see, this we figured out during COVID. I was the dean of NIFT when COVID happened, and I had to hold exam for hundreds of students.
I still remember.
So we took the exam, multiple choice questions. At NIFT, we could have hire a agency and all, but we are a small institute, so we do it. We send you the question paper, you write that, and you WhatsApp the answers back to us. We give you a sketching question side by side. You do the sketching part, you click the picture and send it back to us. That's it.
Ma'am,
And then
I have one question.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, wanted to ask you out of your experience. Ma'am, as a NIFT and even at SSIFS, we have like creative examination. But ma'am, in NIFT, in NID this year, what they did, like we have the ratio of, we have like two phases examination in NID, the DAT prelims and DAT mains, ma'am. So every single year, the first round has the weightage of 40% and second round, which is the studio test where the students are given questions related to audio visual exercises, material handling, psychometric test, personality related tests are there. So this year what they did, they have made the first round qualifying exam, and so the students who qualified the first round, they'll be eligible to sit for the second round. But for the second round, now they have made the second round the main round. the first round marks will be not adding in the second round. So why they did that? What do you think, ma'am? Is like fashion or these creative design colleges are right now focusing more on the hands-on things, or why like they
I'll
did
tell
that?
you, because they feel that lot of people go for classes, learn the what is preparatory exam. Preparatory, the first exam is like a gat and a cat, right? In which you can do lot of ratta and give do tukka and get through it because it's multiple choice. But when it comes to actual questions, when it's a hands-on, it's the student who's performing that day over there. So that is why they are focusing more on that, I guess. I personally
All
feel
right.
they
So
should
basically,
focus
they are
more on they should
focusing on.
more on interview because you get lot out of the student from the interview also.
Absolutely, ma'am. So basically, they wanna see your presence of mind and how you are, using those materials and how you are managing your time on the spot, I feel.
Uh, post importance of post graduation totally depends on what you want to do. If you want to work in a corporate field, then post graduation is important. If you want to work in exports or you want to work in make your own label, then post graduation is not important. If you want to go into academics, then you need to do a PhD. Okay. Uh, there was no theory question, it was art based. I didn't understand. So, what did they ask in that first round, Shrestha?
मैम फर्स्ट राउंड वैसे तो एनआईडी में दे ऑलवेज यूज टू आस्क फ्यू स्टोरी टेलिंग स्टोरी बोर्डिंग रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन जस्ट एज निफ्ट दे यूज टू प्रोवाइड द कैट रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन, बट उसके साथ साथ कुछ स्पेशल रीजनिंग और स्टैटिक जीके से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस होते थे. बट दिस ईयर दे हैव गॉट ओनली आई थिंक 5 to 6 sketching based questions only.
I have not seen it. If anyone has it, share it with Shrestha. She can share it with me. Then I'll think about it and tell you what it is. Analyze it. Rather not think about it, analyze it.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
ठीक
Do
है?
you guys have any
Should
more
we
questions?
wrap up for today?
Sure,
Ma'am,
ma'am. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell me.
Ma'am, I have the video available. Vanda ma'am.
एक मिनट उसका क्वेश्चन सुन लो फिर दिखा दो तुम.
Yes.
Ma'am, like you said, your student Sabyasachi sir was like a sponge. He used to absorb everything. What do you think is the difference between him and like us, the young budding designers?
Wait,
Like the bad differences which we need to
wait,
change.
I would not like to comment on the bad things. Focus on the good things. Focus on how to become better. There is a very simple way which I ask all my students to do is to do a the thing uh, SWOT analysis. Your strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. Do that and see where you need to improve. Instead of comparing yourself with somebody else, compare yourself with yourself. Okay, Ashlesha will show you a less than 1 minute video. It's a tiny one. Rest you can see it on the website. Yeah. Then I'll
Ma'am, I
answer the
had
rest.
one doubt.
Just a minute. Let's just see this video and then I'll answer the questions.
Shrestha, I think I'm not allowed to share the screen. Can you just check if,
Yeah, loud, ma'am.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has always been my calling.
SSIFS, we believe that every student has creativity embedded in them. Our job is to give them right skills and shape their creativity in the right direction so that they can walk confidently in the fashion industry.
Experience the complete design journey, right from sketching ideas to bringing them to life in the studio.
Hands-on workshops, creative projects, and interactive classroom sessions, making learning dynamic and engaging. Here, education goes beyond textbooks. It's about experimenting, collaborating, and discovering your own unique design voice. It has always been my language, and SSIFS gave me the platform to speak it.
Okay. Thank you, Ashlesha.
So YouTube students, as you guys always keep on asking me, ma'am, per colleges, मुझे alternatives बताओ. I never recommended you guys. You all know me, right? I never recommended you any private colleges because उतना मुझे पता ही नहीं होता and I don't even bother to research about those colleges. But this is what, it feels correct to me. It feels right because of Vandana ma'am. Right, she's been with the NIFT from for 30 plus years, and right now she's leading this college, so I know what she brings to the table. And this is the only institute, like this is the answer which I'm giving to those students who always ask me ki ma'am, what's the alternative lekar hame chalna chahiye for fashion designing students. This is what I recommend to you guys upfront. I'm telling this. We are live on YouTube as well, so yeah, for the fashion designing this is the best option you can go for. Like abhi मैं आपको बता दूं, अगर निफ्ट के आपको, like we have 19 centers across India, right? तो निफ्ट में if you're not getting like top centers, go for this. This is located in Bangalore. It's a great place to have exposure, जैसे हम prefer करते हैं ना निफ्ट Bangalore. So as ma'am said, your first priority should be the department, second priority should be the place. Where are you getting exposed? अगर मान लो for example I am from Patna is my hometown, अभी पटना के बच्चे they are getting the good education from NIFT Patna. That's actually good. It comes under top 10, ठीक है? But still, if comes to the exposure, मुझे तो नहीं मिल पाई कहीं अच्छी internship वहाँ पर. Like students used to complain about this. उस particular internship के लिए, exposure के लिए उनको जाना ही पड़ता है दिल्ली, मुंबई, बैंगलोर portfolio लेकर. Like this is what it's happening right now, and I'm talking to you guys on the basis of my students experience from fourth year. Like हमारा 2 batch अभी graduate हुआ है निफ्ट से, 2 batch. Okay, we started 5 years back, तो हमारे I think एक और one is in the fourth year. So I'm talking on the basis of that. तो जो भी बच्चे हैं ऐसे centers पे, दिल्ली, मुंबई, बैंगलोर, हैदराबाद जैसे, तो वहाँ opportunities हैं, exposure है. So always prefer that, your course, then the place, and then again you have to put your own hard work into that. You have to show up every single day with your designs.
अभी मैंने सेटअप नहीं देखा यार पीछे.
Yeah, who was saying something?
उठ के देखते अच्छे से.
Karman, could you just please mute your screen? Yeah, mute yourself. Yeah.
Ma'am, where can we get sample papers or PYQs for SSIFS entrance?
You don't need it, beta. If you have prepared for NIFT, it's very, very easy. Can I tell you one thing? If you are keen on taking a chance, please apply immediately. It's for Shrestha students. We do not even have application fee to fill the form. Sit for the entrance exam and pay your fees. If you withdraw, you can read the brochure. It tells you till when you can withdraw. If you get into your choice of NIFT, please continue. If you don't get it, you will have a place with us. Because I don't take more than 30. And in my first year, we had 20 students. So you can imagine. And each what we showed you is exactly the class.
Ma'am, can we extend this thing to our like few students? They have joined us on YouTube live as well. So can I just share this link with our students?
You can.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Now I'm here to answer your questions. So tell me.
ma'am, I had a doubt.
Like to leave, please, because it's time to close the institute there. Yeah. Yes, please start.
Ma'am, I have one more question.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what do you look for your students at SSIFS?
I basically look for 3 things. That you are keen to do fashion and for the right reason. You're passionate about it and you're willing to work hard. That's it.
And ma'am, your institution mainly focuses on sustainable fashion. So,
It
do
is one
want
of the things we teach our students to be sustainable. You don't, basically, fashion, if you do fast fashion, you are talking of wear clothes and throw. That's not sustainability. I'm in a place where there's no internet connection. That is why my video is not on. Otherwise, I'm very much here. So don't worry. And please take remember that sustainable fashion does not mean that we are only teaching you sustainable fashion. We are teaching you fashion. You are taught what is required by the degree of Bangalore University. Plus, you get all the skills which I know you need for a good fashion professional. So it's a double thing. You work hard, we work double hard.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
Wait.
I was
Can I have one question? This student, ma'am, the student is saying, ma'am, are there industry connection through SSIFS? After the degree, will we get on campus internships?
100% you'll get campus internships. Don't
Ma'am,
forget my faculty. All of them are NIFT graduates. All of them have worked. I have taught for 40 years. If I have taught only 30 students every year, so 30 into 40 is 1200. That is the minimum industry connect I have. What Ashlesha's video did not show you was the our industry interaction. Even in the first semester, they went and saw Anjali Sharma's studio. Anjali is a fashion designer. Her brands are called French Curve, Chota Bacha, and Ministry of Blouses. She has three brands. And she's a 92 batch FD graduate. Then we had Mr. Mukesh Kumar. He's a CEO of Vyapar Mandal in Tirupur. He came for a session. We had Shaunak Sen Bharat, House of Three, another fashion designer, a graduate of mine, who came. They went to trade fairs. They visited. Uh, Ashlesha, if you're there, if you tell me which was the name of the company where they went, Bharat Silk Mills.
Bharat Silk Mills.
Bharat Silk Mills. Hmm.
Ma'am, I was about to say that if you are looking for an industry connect, Vanna ma'am herself is the industry connect.
No. I'm just telling, matlab, all my faculty have connect. But one of my faculty even has a label which is has a Shark Tank brand called Boons. So it's not that only Vandana ma'am, but yes, the institute has very good industry connect. Our advisory board members, yes, we also had Ami Patel, who's a Bollywood stylist. Uh, she took a session with the kids and she's our advisory board member. We have Vineet Behel, who's also a fashion designer. We have Suket Bhir. Suket is coming for a session. Gaurav Gupta, the Gaurav Gupta, who designs for this thing, is coming for a session 25th May. Plus, anyone who visits Art of Living campus decides to come and meet us. So we keep on getting people. So industry connect is that much. Okay. और पूछो जी.
Ma'am, I
ma'am.
had some questions.
Yeah,
Pardon?
go ahead, Yatha.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask you, like, personally, how did you end up being a design teacher? Like, you
Okay,
are
this is
a very
you
big
what you do is beta, what you do is look Google Vandana Narang. I won't bore you with my life story, but someone has done what was Sanjeev's Ashlesha, what was Sanjeev's this thing? Okay, Ashlesha will look for it and put it on the chat. Sanjeev ने जो किया था ना, it has my life story, but to cut it short, I did fashion because I didn't want to teach. I'm a graduate of maths and economics from LSR, And I did fashion in 1984 because I didn't want to teach maths or economics. So, and that is why I tell everyone it's destiny. I did it from a polytechnic. What I learned in my course, I can teach someone in 2 days. What I teach students today is something which I've learned in my 40 years of teaching.
So,
I,
according to you, experience matters or the qualifications matter to teach a person?
beta, in for any institute, whichever whoever hires you, they will look for qualification. So when I joined NIFT, they did not look for my qualification. I'm talking of 1995, 94 to be precise. They were looking for people who could deliver, and I had been teaching as a guest faculty at NIFT from 93, so they hired me. The entire fashion education went through a revolution around early 2000. Entire world. I'm not talking India, I'm talking the world. People were not bothered about it, was not a academic course, it was a vocational course. But in early 2000, the courses became part of the universities and they started adding qualifications. So from diploma, which was offered by NIFT, it became a from a 2 years diploma, it became a 3 years diploma in 1994. From a 3 years diploma, it became a 4 years degree program in 2007. So from 2000 to 2007, entire world, you can check it out. Google this and Nordic Designs Institutes and all will they'll come across. The entire fashion education went through a revolution and they started academicizing the fashion education. So that is when they started asking for qualification. So I did my post graduation in 2004. And after 1983 to 2003, when I joined my master's program, there was no way I could go back to maths and economics. If you have studied maths and economics, you know that you need to be at it. You can't just come back. So I did my post graduation in masters. I did masters of human resource management. It's called MHRM. Now it's called MBA in HRM. But in 2004, the Pondicherry University said it as MHRM. So it's Masters in Human Resource Management. And then when NIFT offered its PhD program, I enrolled and I am very, very fortunate. I'm blessed that I was the first person to complete my PhD from NIFT in 2014. But destiny has something else. My degree is 001. No one will ever have that degree of NIFT. It's 001. My PhD degree number is 001.
Oh, the serial
Okay.
number.
So, serial number.
Yeah, wow.
And in 2014, after I completed my PhD, I earned my degree on 5th June 2014. 10th June 2014, I was made the director of NIFT Delhi. So, what did I do? I went back to my human resource management and maths and economics to manage a campus, which is the biggest campus. And 2000,
Connecting the dots.
I'm connecting the dots for you. So whatever we do, whatever we this thing, don't worry. Everything comes handy. Everything is for a reason, and everything is for a purpose in life. And in 2020, being the senior most, it was my turn to become the dean. So I became the dean, and I was told by my boss, who was the DG NIFT, that till we find somebody to replace you as director, you hold a dual charge. For a couple of months, we'll find someone shortly. But before they could find someone shortly, COVID happened. So during COVID, which was the toughest time, I was dean and director of dean is dean of the entire institute. As the academic head of the entire NIFT. So all campuses used to report to me. So that is where I changed the admission system. academic manual and all that. And I was also the director of Delhi with the highest number of students. So that is why uh, when I was retired, I did not take an extension. I decided to come and work for Art of Living and start this institute because this is my way of paying back to the society. So this is an institute which has there are certain things which are very very negative in any fashion institute or a engineering college, which is substance abuse, right? I
I
would, even if you go to any NIFT or NID, please protect yourself and do not go there. Do not waste your life by getting into uh, substance abuse. This is the harshest thing you can do to yourself. It is really, really sad. Please don't do it. So that is was one purpose of my coming to Art of Living and do it because once you have done the kriya, once you are meditating, you don't need a high of a substance to feel high. You are high on happiness. You are high on lot of other things. And number two was I wanted to correct lot of things and do something for the country and this thing. So this is my little effort to pay back to the society. And beta, I hate giving interviews. I hate talking on the this
Uh,
thing. But
Ma'am, that was actually very wonderful and inspiring. But I also had some questions since you mentioned that you also changed a lot of things in NIFT. So was the subject change like GE mandatory and optional and IDM also your thing? Like, did you make
uh,
that change?
I was part of the whole thing. I was not the only person to do it. Uh, the GD, this thing was done in 2018. I took over as dean in 2020, though I was very much part of the entire thing and how we did the general electives for the students. Implementation was my task uh, of getting it to be done in the best way. I won't say that it was my idea to do it. What I
It
have
was
done,
very
which is
confusing to
something,
understand all those subjects.
it
Could you
is
please
not better.
explain it
It's
in
very
brief?
easy. Let me explain. Four is four. Okay?
Hmm.
Interdisciplinary means that you take one subject from you are in fashion design, you wanted to learn something in accessory, you take one subject there. It's called interdisciplinary. Okay? General elective is something which is soft skills, personality development, communication, and lot of other things. अब पूरा curriculum मुझे याद नहीं है लिफ्ट का, but मैं
I'll
आपको
explain that. Don't worry, Yatha. I'll explain that in the
No.
class. It's there in the prospectus. So I'll explain you everything about that. Ma'am, just one more question. That is, dear ma'am, sorry to ask, but is product design good comparable to fashion or lifestyle accessories? Ma'am,
Beta, it is totally your
yeah,
choice, completely your choice. You love clothes or you love accessories, what you would like, what you are passionate about. Please don't take a subject, as Shrestha said, don't take a subject which you don't want to do.
absolutely. And one last question, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a doubt that in the 4-year course of BDS in FC in any NIFT campuses all over India, what are we taught in 4-year course? Oh, I'll tell you this. But still, ma'am, if you can take this, what exactly will be taught in the?
What exactly will you be taught is there in the prospectus.
Yeah, yes, I would recommend you to go
There
through
is
the.
nothing.
Yeah,
There is something else. Someone is saying, I'm living in Bangalore for a while. I want to pursue in fashion communication. No, beta, at present, SSIFS is taken an affiliation from Bangalore University, which only offers fashion and apparel. And we only do that. We don't do anything else. What do you want to learn in fashion communication? If you want to come to the institute, if you're in Bangalore, please drop into the institute after putting your message on the, you'll get our program, you'll get our info number that is there. Someone does respond. That is the beauty of a small institute. We do take all inquiries seriously and respond, unlike a huge institute which cannot be done. So, Ashlesha has
Sure,
given.
ma'am. I would like to consider that.
Hmm?
Yes, ma'am, I have shared it.
That's what I'm saying. I can see that Ashlesha has shared the number. You can ask,
Yes.
drop your question over there. Uh, the link opens, beta. You may be trying from something. It is opening. If it's not opening, just go to the SSIFS website and then you will also find it. But you may be asked to pay 1,500. So that is why it's important to open from the artistic zone website.
Yeah, ma'am, the number which I have shared, you can uh, put up your query there that it is not opening. We will share the link again over there so that we can do. And also this particular link is specially for artistic zone students. So that there you will not be charged any fees, registration fees. So if you go directly on the SSIFS page and do the registration, there the 1,500 will be charged. Through this link, there is no charges.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything is same. Exam is same. Everything else is same.
Yeah. One last question, ma'am. This student is saying many student from NIFT says choose campus over department. What should we do? That's why they are cribbing, no, on
That's
YouTube.
what I said. Choose the department, then go for a campus, and
Yeah.
then choose wisely.
Yeah. So don't listen to these students. Always it should be department over campus, right?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I had one doubt. How is the NIFT international exposure?
International exposure at NIFT, they have signed MOUs with about 26 institutes, and which they have one or two student exchange in everything. So they have about 52 exchange, and in all, NIFT has about 5,000 plus uh, students in a year. So your chances, the exposure is less than 0.01%.
No, in sense like some colleges offer Lakme fashion shows and backstage work. So
That
is there?
oh, please hold on. That's totally fluke. That's Pearl you're talking of. They offer
Yeah.
Lakme fashion show. What Lakme fashion show? What does Lakme fashion show give you? To see a fashion show, you can see it online anytime. If you are not able to go, if you don't get quality education, then Lakme fashion show will not. Beta, I've taught at Pearl also, so that is why I knew what you were talking about.
Okay.
If you have more than 6 lakhs a year to spend, you can go abroad instead of Pearl.
Hmm.
And if you want quality education, you're not getting into NIFT, a good institute, come to us. You'll get quality education, very good industry exposure. We may not take you to a Lakme Fashion Week, because Lakme Fashion Week or making a or presenting a fashion show in Lakme Fashion Week does not make you a designer. You
Hmm.
know what happens? The Lakme Fashion Show, where the students do the show, the audience is students, parents, and guardians. So, what exposure have you got?
Lakme Fashion Week is just a platform.
No, it's not even a
Ma'am,
platform, beta. It is for fashion designers. You know why fashion weeks were planned? Because all designers were doing multiple shows to attract the same clients. So what government did at NIFT, we did it. We started a Fashion Design Council of India. FDCI was started again at NIFT in 1998, the same year that we established IFTI. That's what I was telling you. That is one thing which I've done, which I can take full claim of. That is setting up IFTI, which is International Foundation of Fashion Technology Institutes. It's a foundation which interacts with each other. So FDCI was started so that the designers do not have to spend so much money. There is no wastage of resources, and the buyers come together. Okay. Why does a mall become, let me give you a simple example. Why is a mall a better place to shop than a regular market?
There is everything available there in a bunch.
Yes, Number two, convenience. It's AC, better environment, right? That's what a fashion week is. But your product has to be very good to be able to sell there. So please choose very wisely before you go to a Pearl and spend about 6 and 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs per year, whatever it is. How much is the fees for Pearl, beta? Who was asking me that fashion course question?
Around 6 to 7 lakhs per year, and it keeps increasing after
That's
every
what I
year.
said, beta. I am totally out of touch. I've taught at Pearl also. I've taught the
7.28.
first
Yeah,
year.
7 lakhs.
I've taught the first batch of Pearl also, so I know exactly. The reason I chose Pearl, the reason I chose NIFT over Pearl was that you get quality students. A good teacher needs good quality students.
Yeah.
My salary was 3 times at Pearl when I left that and joined NIFT. And I'm not joking. Okay.
Ma'am, does SSIFS have like international exposure and trips?
International exposure of tying up with institutes, I've not done, but it is possible to do it. What NIFT will send you, uh, you will get. I can only tell you right now that your exposure over at NIFT will be far better. At SSIFS will be far better for your this thing. But right now, I don't promise international exposure because I've not tied up with people as yet. In the future, I might tie up. I could not understand one person who said, "Please, ma'am, I think I've missed your question." Uh, Gunjan is asking for interior design. I really don't know interior. I'm a hardcore fashion professional. Uh, and what is 7.28? As a fees for Pearl.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll finish the entire course of SSIFS in less than that money.
Yeah. Yes, the
And
entire
then
course.
you can spend whatever you save from there. You can go and do a short-term course in LCF or something like that for international exposure. Okay.
Ma'am, can I ask my question?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, my question was like this year, government has also recognized the design industry and expanding repeatedly and gaining more recognition. And both government and across the sectors, the designing field is increasing nowadays. So the competition day by day is increasing. So how we can increase, like, what are the points which we can go out of the box with the other things, like with the competition, like now people are teaching from the school as well, like designing is coming up in the schools as well.
Fashion studies was introduced to uh, class 11th and 12th in 2004 or 5. It's
Yeah,
not
but
now.
ma'am, in
It's
our
not
school
now.
it was not.
Hold on.
Yeah.
आपने अपने दिमाग में एक क्वेश्चन बना लिया, उसको बोलते नहीं जाते, सुनते भी हैं. मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, ये आज की बात नहीं है. Government has been focusing. It's only now that the finance minister said it, that she's allocating this much to the education. Why do you think? How did you think NIFT came into being or NID came into being if government was not supporting it or doing it? Okay, there's nothing new. उनको भी कुछ नया बोलना होता है ना, हर बार तो वो ऐसे बोल देते हैं, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं है. कुछ नया नहीं हुआ. This has been happening for a long time. I have not seen any new schemes. I have not seen any new policies which have come in the last 1 year. It's only an announcement. If they were not keen on it, they would not have been promoting NIFT, NID, and other allied industries institutes. So it's been happening for a long, long time. Don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about the development of textile industry. This is the job of the government is already doing it. They have to focus on it because it's a one place which will get lot of money for them. The entire Bangladesh economy is totally based on textile industry. completely, that it is that important for them. So government of India is not forgetting it. They are just taking it forward. और कुछ या हो गया आज के लिए? 2 घंटे
I
हो
think
गए.
we have, yeah, ma'am. I think we have cleared all the doubts. Just ma'am, I have seen people who first prepare for engineering college first and then they pursue with design and they have justification that they are will securing their future first and then they will go for their passion.
I'll tell you something. Most of the people who do engineering are not doing it themselves. It's their parental pressure of going and do engineering. But tell me one thing. How many engineers remain engineers? Most of them go and do an MBA and become managers. So they need to seriously focus on doing some manufacturing for the country, which is their job of engineer. So don't worry about the world. You worry about Abhi. Worry about the world after you have graduated. Focus on your studies and work hard. Chalo, all the best to each
Ma'am,
one of you.
one last question. Like,
Hanji,
I
bolo.
want to say, like, firstly, I want to research about SSIF, and like as you say, we have to focus on everything. So, firstly, I would like to research some, and then I will connect to the number and fill the link and all. Is it okay?
You will hardly find anything on SSIFS because beta, this is only 1 year old. Okay. So what you can research is go to the website, read it, talk to the faculty. They'll answer your questions. You're most welcome. Come and see. I'm not showing you a virtual tour because we showed you in that video. It's a tiny video, one less than 1 minute. It's actually what I'm talking about. If you don't like it, you won't join it.
Yeah, and it is basically for those students who want to pursue fashion design from a renowned like institute. So this is what I would personally recommend to the students who want to go for fashion designing without taking another eardrop. If you're not getting top centers at NIF, this should be your this I would say should be your second alternative. But third and fourth, I don't recommend any institutions. You all know me, right? So for the fashion designing, even we don't have a lot of courses right now as if, but yeah, for the fashion designing, best place to get started with.
And
um
the reason I don't have too many courses, I did not want to take a affiliation from a private university. That's why we opted for Bangalore University, which is the best in Bangalore. And they offer only one course. We are sticking to that. My choice was to open 3 courses, but we have stuck to one because that's how it had to be. Chalo.
Ma'am, how is the environment in Bangalore? Like I have heard few times ago, like there were some cultural crises going on, like for that
Beta,
languages and all.
the place where we are, it's little away from the main city. I have been here for more than 2 years. I have not seen any of these things. People say that there is a rape happening on Delhi streets every day. How many of you are Delhiites? Do you see it? Do you see it? So let's not go by what media says and what people say. What
Okay.
did
that's
I
why
say when you said I hear a lot of negative views about NIFT? What did I say? Did I say believe it? I should have said believe it now because I wanted all of you to come to me. I didn't because that's not the right thing. So please use your judiciousness and don't go. Come and see the institute before you sign up for it. Come and see the institute if possible. And I'm sure you wouldn't regret it. That is what I'm saying.
thank
Chaliye.
you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us your precious time and thank you so much for sharing
Thank
your
you.
valuable insights with us students,
Thank
ma'am.
you for connecting me. It's always a pleasure to see young kids who are passionate to or want to get into a fashion field. I I'm just I never thought I'll be so crazy at your age. I never thought I'll be so crazy about fashion the way I am. But it's that passion which makes the fashion industry worth working. Chalo,
Absolutely.
all the best and lots of blessing to each one of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for
You're
connecting. Thank
welcome.
you so
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
Bye.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. We have
Please choose
shared the link.
positive, Purvi. Please choose positive. Please call up the number. And
Yeah.
if you want, you can talk to me. If you are feeling like that, please feel. I
Yeah.
know.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be sure to message on the number.
Please call. And even if you don't take admission, call us to get some positivity in your life. And
That's
by the way, meditation is a everyday affair at SSIFS.
yeah,
Whether you like to meditate or not, we make sure you do it because you are far more creative once you meditate,
absolutely.
even
It's
for
gonna
20 minutes.
absolutely. It's gonna
Chaliye.
to
Bye.
manage your stress. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you. Lovely catching up with you, Trita.
Yeah. Take care, ma'am.
Bye.
Yeah. Radha saying me too. I was in Bangalore before grade 10. Yeah, so that was the link, guys, which I've shared with all of you. So उस link से you guys can. Sukrata is saying thank you for your review. It's of great help, always ready to help. Okay. And one more thing which I loved about this, which ma'am just said about meditation and substance abuse, right? I'm telling you guys, stress होता है सभी को. Are you getting me? निफ्ट जाओगे या फिर किसी भी डिजाइन कॉलेज में चले जाओ, curriculum is made in such a way so that you can be a designer, and in order to be a designer you have to learn those skill set, you have to do all those assignments at any cost. Agree with me or not, right? You always have two options: to prepare yourself to manage that stress, or to crib about it every single place. You can crib about your college experience on Instagram, YouTube. अभी तो सबके पास right है ना, right to share. That's why you guys can see negativity happening, because हमेशा majority mass भटके हुए ही रहेंगे, वो struggle करेंगे ही. Why? Because they are not bothered to work on their own personality. Are you getting me? Just a second. Yeah. So they are not bothered to work on their own personality. And this is what I feel कि आप कहीं से भी रिशु आप हम टेक्स्ट कर देना उस नंबर पर, यू विल गेट दैट. आप कहीं से भी प्रिपरेशन करो, आप इवन अभी सिचुएशन टेस्ट की जो प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो, ऑलवेज डू मेडिटेशन. मेडिटेशन एक ऐसी चीज है ना जो आपको मेंटली इतना स्ट्रेंथ देगी, आप इतने पीसफुल फील करोगे, इतना रेजुवेनेटेड फील करोगे थ्रू आउट द डे, राइट? तो वो आपको स्ट्रेस मैनेज करने की कैपेबिलिटीज देता है. एंड यू नो व्हाट, व्हाई स्टूडेंट्स गेट इनटू सब्सटेंस अब्यूज, कुछ भी चीजें करते हैं, स्मोकिंग एंड ऑल, वो सारी चीजें, दे हैव figured it out कि ये जो चीजें ये हमारा स्ट्रेस रिलीज करेगी, एंड जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दोस टॉक्सिक थिंग्स विच इज देयर, वो कर भी देती है, इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन देती है, तभी पीपल आर सो एडिक्टेड with those things. I'm telling you, you will be able to see these things normalized at such places. आप किसी भी आप ऑफिस में चले जाओ, आप किसी भी कॉलेज में चले जाओ, इट्स नॉट द कॉलेज फॉल्ट, because they are having adults can make their own life choices. You guys are not kids right now, okay? अब हम सिर्फ आपको बता सकते हैं, हम सिर्फ आपको बोल सकते हैं कि क्या आपके लिए सही है क्या गलत है. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे चॉइस आप ही करोगे, लाइक आप ही चूज करोगे व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू हैव टू डू, एंड दैट्स योर राइट ऑफ चॉइस. द थिंग इज, बात ये होती है ना कि अगर आप खुद के ऊपर काम नहीं करते हो, खुद को मेंटली इतना स्टेबल और स्ट्रांग नहीं बनाते हो, तो आपका जो रिपल इफेक्ट होता है ना, रिपल इफेक्ट वो बहुत बुरा होता है. वो 10 पॉजिटिव लोगों को भी नेगेटिव करेगा. जैसे यू हैव सीन अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल टॉकिंग शिट अबाउट द कॉलेज, बस रोना ही है उनको, रोना ही रोएंगे कि अरे मैं तो कॉलेज में हूँ, आप मुझसे रिलेट कर पाओगे, इफ यू आर फ्रॉम निफ्ट यू मस्ट रिलेट विद मी. ऐसा होता है, कभी आपने फील किया है वो सेंस ऑफ एम्प्टीनेस? हाँ, आप क्यों रिलेटेबल, रिलेट करना ही क्यों है इन लोगों से? क्यों ना हम खुद के ऊपर इतना काम करें, अपने आप को मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ प्रोवाइड करें कि वी आर एबल टू रिलेट विद दीज नेगेटिव शिट. क्यों रिलेट करना है? वी शुड, डोंट यू थिंक कि आपको एक ऐसा पर्सन बनना चाहिए कि लोग आपकी पॉजिटिविटी से रिलेट कर पाए, इवन इफ दे आर नॉट पॉजिटिव. I'm telling you, even if they are not positive, they should learn how to be positive from you. That's called the real influence. That is a real influencer. Influencer in a bad sense, क्या हर नेगेटिव चीज पर आ गए रोना रोने? भाई 10 लोग तो मिल ही जाएंगे, क्योंकि आधे से ज्यादा लोग मास तो रोने के लिए ही बना है. एक्सेप्ट दिस फैक्ट। तो निफ्ट जाना जरूर, बट रिपल इफेक्ट में किसी के आना मत, और खुद का ओन रिपल इफेक्ट क्रिएट करना है आपको। इतनी मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ बनाकर जाना कि आप अपने असाइनमेंट से बड़े हो, आप उस करिकुलम से बड़े हो। देखो एनर्जी वाइज यू आर द ह्यूमन बीइंग, बहुत सारे लोग हैं कर लेते हैं मैनेज लाइफ में, कभी कंप्लेन नहीं करते अपने चुने हुए डिसीजन के लिए। टेक 100% रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ योर लाइफ, एक्सेप्ट दिस फैक्ट दैट देयर विल बी अ लॉट ऑफ हार्डशिप्स इन योर वे। बहुत सारे ऐसे मोमेंट्स आएंगे, लो मोमेंट्स आएंगे, स्ट्रगलिंग मोमेंट्स आएंगे। तो इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर प्रिपेयर्ड, डोंट यू थिंक सो? हम एक निफ्ट में जाने के लिए कर रहे हो ना प्रिपरेशन, कर रहे हो ना? प्रिपरेशन के बिना तो नहीं जा पाओगे, प्रिपरेशन नहीं करोगे तो रोगे ही बैठ के, सीधी सी बात है, राइट? तो जब उसके लिए आपने प्रिपरेशन की, तो आपको ये फैक्ट मैं बता रही हूँ कि है, वहां है ये सिचुएशन, बिकॉज दे आर ट्रेनिंग यू फॉर द रियल इंडस्ट्री, राइट? अब आप इंडस्ट्री में जाओगे, आपका तो मन है कि मुझे 1 साल दे दो एक कलेक्शन पर काम करने के लिए, बट दे हैव देयर ओन डेडलाइंस, नो? इफ यू विल फिट इनटू दैट, देन ओनली दे विल टेक यू। इफ यू क्रिप अबाउट इट, मुझे तो मेरी क्रिएटिविटी शो करने का टाइम ही नहीं मिलता है, तो क्या करेंगे वो आपको रिप्लेस कर देंगे, राइट? कीप ऑन क्रिपिंग अबाउट इट कि यू नो व्हाट, बीइंग अ क्रिएटिव पर्सन, आपको कभी चांस ही नहीं मिलेगा क्रिएटिविटी शो करने का। कैसे, क्यों मिलना चाहिए आपको चांस? आपको जो डेडलाइन मिली है, उस डेडलाइन में अपना क्रिएटिविटी दिखाओ। दैट्स व्हाट सिचुएशन टेस्ट इज ट्रेनिंग यू गाइस, राइट? कि आपको वो ही मिला। अभी वहां पर जाकर जस्ट बिकॉज यू हैव मेड अ ब्यूटिफुल रैम्प, वहां पर रैम्प बनाओगे बिकॉज यू लव मेकिंग रैम्प्स? नो, यू विल हैव टू एक्ट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द क्वेश्चन दे हैव गिवन, राइट? यहाँ क्रिप करोगे, मैम ये क्वेश्चन क्यों दे दिया, हमें तो हमारी क्रिएटिविटी दिखाने का मौका नहीं मिल पा रहा है, ये बोलोगे मुझे आकर? No, that's the only reason you are training yourself for all kinds of topics, right? You are making ramps, you are making awards, you are making badges, you are training yourself for all possible topics, कि कोई भी आ जाए, मुझे एक ओवरव्यू आइडिया होगा, मैं तो बना लूंगी, राइट? वैसे ही निफ्ट में जाने से पहले ट्रेनिंग बहुत जरूरी है। ट्रेनिंग मीन्स एकेडमिकली तो चलो हमने आपको ट्रेन कर दिया, बट आई एम ऑल्सो स्टेपिंग इन टू अनदर वेंचर, जो मैंने आप लोगों को बताया था। आई विल बी ट्रेनिंग यू योर पर्सनैलिटी, हाउ यू शुड develop your mental strength for absolutely free for the artistic zone student. It's gonna be a capsule course we will be hosting before you get into the first semester. अगस्त के फर्स्ट वीक से आपकी सेमेस्टर स्टार्ट होती है, उससे पहले it's gonna be just 4 to 5 days का कैप्सूल कोर्स है, okay, which is gonna be absolutely free for you guys. That is gonna train your mental strength, how you will be taking care of your health, how you will be taking care of your spiritual health. Are you getting me? How you will be taking care of yourself from negativity, from negative people, क्योंकि बहुत ऐसे situations आएंगे। तो कभी ये सोचा कि उसकी ट्रेनिंग ही नहीं मिली ना हमें, तभी तो हमें कुछ भी मिल जा रहा है, तो हम कुछ भी खा जा रहे हैं। अगर आपको मान लो भूख लगी है, आपके पास बेटर ऑप्शंस ही नहीं है, तो कुछ भी खा लोगे ना, क्योंकि पेट में भूख लगी हुई है। ऑफ कोर्स पेट में ही लगती है, बट खाने की भूख पेट में लगती है, राइट? सो आप कुछ भी खा लोगे ना उस वक्त। पर व्हाट इफ आपके पास हेल्दी ऑप्शंस है, अनहेल्दी ऑप्शन नाउ, अब आपके पास राइट ऑफ चॉइस आई है, तो ऑफ कोर्स आप अपने हेल्थ के लिए हेल्दी ऑप्शन ही चूज करोगे ना। तो हमेशा कीप ऑन फोकसिंग ऑन ट्रेनिंग योर बीइंग, ट्रेनिंग योरसेल्फ। ट्रेन होकर जाओगे ना कि कैसे स्ट्रेस मैनेज करते हैं निफ्ट में, तो टाइम भी मैनेज होगा, असाइनमेंट भी करोगे विद इन डेडलाइन विदाउट गेटिंग अटैच्ड विद योर असाइनमेंट। तो आधे बच्चे इसलिए रोते रहते हैं क्योंकि असाइनमेंट बनाते बनाते असाइनमेंट से अटैचमेंट हो जा रही है उनकी। अभी फैकल्टी कम मार्क्स देगी तो उनका रोना निकल जा रहा है। इमेजिन, इमेजिन, इट्स क्लियरली मेंशन इन गीता, अटैचमेंट ही सारे दुखों का कारण है। कहाँ गई आपकी नॉलेज? क्यों पढ़ नहीं पा रहे हो इन चीजों को? मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ क्यों नहीं हो पा रही है डेवलप? क्योंकि एक्सपैंड ही नहीं कर रहे हो ना आप खुद को। नहीं नहीं, हम तो रोएंगे क्योंकि यही सिलसिला चल रहा है, सीनियर्स रो रहे हैं तो हम भी रोएंगे। इस परंपरा को आगे लेकर जाना है, निफ्ट के बारे में उल्टा बोलेंगे, डिजाइन कॉलेज में जाकर खूब रोएंगे और कंटेंट बनाएंगे और $1 million कमाएंगे। पॉजिटिव, पॉजिटिविटी से भी कमा सकते हो। आर यू गेटिंग मी? सो बी अ पॉजिटिव इन्फ्लुएंसर, ओके? कीप ऑन ट्रेनिंग योरसेल्फ मेंटली, क्योंकि इसकी प्रिपरेशन नहीं होते। दैट्स व्हाट आई रियली लव अबाउट देम, कि उन्होंने मेडिटेशन को मैंडेटरी किया, निफ्ट में करना चाहिए। निफ्ट में भी हर एक कॉलेज में मेडिटेशन को मैंडेटरी करना चाहिए, बिकॉज दिमाग ही नहीं शांत होगा तो क्या आप क्रिएटिविटी दिखाओगे, राइट? अगर आपको हर छोटी छोटी चीज में टेंशन हो जा रहा है, माइंड मेरा बहुत सुन्न हो गया है मैम, दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव टू स्मोक। है ऐसे बच्चे, उनके भी मुझे कॉल आता है, आई एम लाइक अब ये मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस के बेसिस पर तो बता नहीं पाऊंगी ज्यादा से ज्यादा कि कैसे छोड़ते हैं, क्योंकि वो तो मैंने किया नहीं कभी। ज्यादा से ज्यादा मैं आपको बता सकती हूँ कि मेडिटेशन कर लो तो वो नौबत नहीं आएगी, जो आ गई है वो छूट जाएगी, राइट। सो मेडिटेशन इतनी पावरफुल होती है, ब्रीद वर्क, डीप इनहेल एक्सहेल करोगे ना तो दिमाग की जो कैपेसिटी है, स्ट्रेंथ बहुत एक्सपैंड होगी, असाइनमेंट छोटे लगने लग जाएंगे, राइट। सो आई एम गोना गिव यू यू नो योर डाइट चार्ट, क्या क्या चीजें आप तुरंत पका लोगे निफ्ट जाने के बाद। So every single thing will be covered in that capsule course, guys. It's gonna be just 4 to 5 days. छोटे छोटे सेशंस होंगे 1 1 घंटे के, but it's literally gonna change your perspective, and it's literally gonna provide you strength before getting into such stressful environment, so called stressful environment. वो स्ट्रेस नहीं होता, वो बस थोड़ा सा प्रेशर होता है काम का, उसको आप स्ट्रेस का नाम दे देते हो, उसको आप मेंटल प्रेशर हो रहा है, नहीं 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 नहीं, इट्स जस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क टू डू वहां पर, दैट्स द रियलिटी। आपको खुद को इतना स्ट्रेंथ देना है कि आपके अंदर से वो वीकनेस फील ना हो, आपको मेंटल वीकनेस और फिजिकल वीकनेस, राइट। इसीलिए हम नहीं कर पा रहे ना काम अच्छे से। So I really want to see my student talking good. Ki, see guys, this is how we got a lot of assignments, but hey, I am managing my time this way. So yeah, it is working and I'm able to cope up with the deadline. Are you getting? I want you guys to share this. Okay? Can you commit this to me? You are gonna be the positive influencer. ताकि मुझे आपके जूनियर्स आकर बोले मैम यूट्यूब पर सब लोग बता रहे हैं कि टाइम मैनेज हो जा रहा है निफ्ट में। आई वॉन्ट देम टू बिलीव इन दिस फैक्ट। टेल मी, will you be able to do that? Amazing. I have complete faith in you guys. After doing that course, so definitely you'll do that. Bhavya is saying, बट मैम अभी सिचुएशन टेस्ट प्रिपरेशन करने के लिए स्ट्रेंथ कैसे बढ़ाए, गिफ्ट टिप्स मॉडल ज्यादा बना सके। देखो अभी के लिए मैं बता रही हूँ, सुबह सुबह पियो बनाना स्मूदी विद अ लॉट ऑफ सोक्ड ड्राई फ्रूट्स, उसमें डालो, उसको ग्राइंड करके पी जाओ, आई एम टेलिंग यू इट्स मैजिकल। मतलब आपको इवनिंग तक मेंटल एग्जॉशन नहीं होगी, आप शरीर ही है ना स्टिफ फील करने लगता है, बीच बीच में थोड़ी रिलैक्सेशन एक्टिविटीज करो, एक्सरसाइजेस करो, स्टिफनेस दूर करने के लिए, वो टेंशन क्रिएट हो जाती है जॉइंट्स में, तो उसको फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी एक्सरसाइजेस करके ही वो ठीक होगा। बट रही बात डाइट की, तो नट्स वगैरह ड्राई फ्रूट्स लो, पनीर खा लो, तो स्ट्रेंथ बना रहेगा, थकोगे नहीं फिजिकली जल्दी। ओके, सो दैट्स हाउ यू शुड फीड योरसेल्फ। ओके, बहुत ही ज्यादा एक्सटेंड हो गया है सेशन, आई थिंक वी शुड रैप अप। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इंटरैक्टिंग इन टुडेज क्लास। इतने शर्मीले
Ma'am,
बच्चे हैं मेरे क्लास में, स्टिल यू गाइस हैव इंटरैक्टेड, दैट्स अ ह्यूज विन फॉर मी। यस,
I have a doubt.
पूछ लो लक्ष्मी, मैं तो यही हूँ।
मैम, स्कॉलरशिप की पूछनी थी मुझे निफ्ट की।
या मिल जाती है, ज्यादातर स्टूडेंट्स को मिल जाती है, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट। मैम ने कहा कि फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्व होता है, बट इट्स फॉर एवरीबडी। अभी हमारे ही काफी स्टूडेंट्स को स्कॉलरशिप मिली है, 100% स्कॉलरशिप मिली है। वी हैव अ स्टूडेंटशिप तनु अगेन फ्रॉम निफ्ट बैंगलोर, वी हैव नेहा विश्वकर्मा फ्रॉम निफ्ट दिल्ली, so they have got the scholarship up to 100% मिलती है as per your parental income। अगर आपकी parental income है up to 8 lakhs per annum, you are eligible to sit for the, I think 6 lakhs है कि 8 lakhs, I need to check। but अगर if you
मैम 8 lakhs है।
8 lakhs है ना, हाँ, तो if your parental income is up 8 lakhs, under 8 lakhs, अगर वो ITR फाइल कर रहे हैं तो you are eligible to for the
20%।
yeah for the scholarship। जस्ट अ सेकेंड,
मैम
वेट वेट वेट, दिया था इसे मैम, बनाना एंड मिल्क इज पॉइजनस इफ टेकन। सी आई एम नॉट लैक्टोज इंटॉलरेंट और मेरे लिए ये काम कर रहा है, सो यू नीड टू सी योर बॉडी कि क्या सही है क्या गलत है, क्योंकि मेरे लिए इजी है वो थोड़ा, मतलब बर्गर और पिज्जा के कंपैरिजन में उतना पॉइजनस मुझे नहीं लगता है। आई नीड टू चेक वेदर इट्स गुड फॉर अस और नॉट। तो ठीक है ना, एक बनाना खा लो, मिल्क नहीं लेते हो तो बनाना सुबह में 2 खा लो, ड्राई फ्रूट्स खा लो और पानी पी लो, वो घुल मिल जाएगा अंदर, ठीक है। तो अपने अपने बॉडी टाइप के अकॉर्डिंग करो। अभी मैंने अपना बताया तो इसका मतलब तो मैम ने किया तो हम भी करेंगे और पॉइजन पी लेंगे, बिल्कुल नहीं, दैट पॉइजन इज
मैम
वर्किंग। तो दैट्स व्हाई आई शेयर्ड विद यू गाइस। या
मैम आई हैड अ डाउट। मैम
या
मैंने बहुत कुछ लाइक ट्राई कर लिया है, बट आई एम स्टिल नॉट एबल टू वेक अप अर्ली। लाइक मैं 9 बजे भी सोने लग गई, 10 बजे सो ली, बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू वेक अप अर्ली। व्हाट टू डू? लाइक मेरा फिर पूरा दिन वेस्ट हो जाता है। I
और ये
get
आप
up
उस
at
इंसान से पूछ रहे हो ना अनीशा, जो खुद ही इस प्रॉब्लम को फेस करता था एट योर एज। मैं आई एम जेन्युइनली टेलिंग यू गाइस, अभी ठीक हुई है मेरी ये वाली स्लीप स्केड्यूल, अभी अभी 2 वीक्स पहले। तो मैं बता रही हूँ, ये एक तो एज वाली प्रॉब्लम है एट योर एज। ओके, टीनेजर्स टेंड टू स्लीप मोर बिकॉज यू नीड रेस्ट, ठीक है, बहुत कुछ दिमाग में चलता है, हार्मोनल चेंजेस होते हैं, तो ये भी एक रीजन है, ठीक है। और मैं भी बहुत ज्यादा सोती थी, लाइक मेरे घर पे मुझे पांडा बोला, लोग मुझे पांडा गिफ्ट करते हैं, सी दिस, मतलब यू कैन सी। तो तो दैट्स द थिंग, मतलब ये स्लीप वाली जो चीज है ना, इससे मैं ऊपर नहीं उठ पाई हूँ अभी तक। थोड़ा उठ पाने की कोशिश की है तो 6 बजे तक, 7 बजे तक मैं उठ जाती हूँ। सो अभी अपने बस हेल्थ का ध्यान रखो, डाइट ठीक है ना, तो थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे चलता है। सो रहे हो तो इट्स गुड फॉर हेल्थ, नहीं सो रहे हो वो प्रॉब्लम है। 3 ही घंटे मैम नींद नहीं आ रही है, ये नींद उड़ गई है ना, तो ये प्रॉब्लमैटिक है, ठीक
मैम
है।
ज्यादा सोने से बॉडी पेन होने लगता है इतना, लाइक पूरा
हाँ तो
बॉडी
फिर,
स्टिफ हो जाता है।
तो देखो बॉडी स्टिफ हो जाता है, तो मैं आपको कुछ कुछ एक्सरसाइजेस के वीडियो शेयर कर दूंगी विच आई हैव डन, राइट, विच आई यूज टू डू। तो स्टिफनेस को तो दूर करने के लिए एक्सरसाइज करना पड़ेगा, लाइक एटलीस्ट गो फॉर इट फॉर 30 मिनट्स, चलो थोड़ा वॉक करो, राइट, 4,000 स्टेप्स पूरा करो, कहीं भी चलो, घर पे ही 50, लाइक आधे घंटे तक चलते रहो, चलते रहो, छत पे जाओ, नीचे उतरो।
Ma'am,
सो
ma'am, do you meditate on a regular basis, like every day?
Yes, yes, I do. I do it for 2 times per day. That's non-negotiable. सुबह में जब भी मैं उठती हूँ, 6-7 के बीच में मैं उठ जाती हूँ, और मैं सो जाती हूँ लाइक 12 बजे, 1 बजे तक। हाँ, क्योंकि अब मुझे कुछ करने के लिए है नहीं, राइट, ना तो मुझे प्रिपरेशन करनी है, यू गाइज आर हियर फॉर मी, राइट। सो आई यूज टू स्लीप ऑन टाइम, क्योंकि अभी रूटीन थोड़ी मेरी स्टेबल है। जब मैं कॉलेज में थी तो फिर मैं तो आधे टाइम स्ट्रेस में रहती थी, मुझे इम्पोस्टर सिंड्रोम था, मुझे ये भी था कि मुझे परफेक्ट बनना है, ऐसे कैसे डेडलाइन दे दिया उन्होंने, डेडलाइन के 5 दिन बाद भी दिखाऊंगी बट अच्छा दिखाऊंगी, कम ही मार्क्स देंगे तब भी चलेगा। सो मेरा वो वाला थोड़ा सा इशू था, जो कि बहुत अच्छा नहीं था, उससे इंस्पिरेशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, दैट वाज नॉट गुड, उसकी वजह से मार्क्स कम भी मिल जाते थे। बट या राइट नाउ आई एम डूइंग मेडिटेशन 2 टाइम्स अ डे। एक मेरा मॉर्निंग का टाइम होता है, एक 6:20 होता है जो अभी होने वाला है। तो 6:20 इज एक्चुअली द बेस्ट टाइम, जो जिस वक्त हमेशा मेरा क्लास होता है, तो क्लास के बाद मैं कर लेती हूँ। ओके, सोने से पहले और उठने के बाद 2 टाइम्स। और आइडियली आपको मेडिटेशन जितना आपका एज है उतना करना चाहिए। ओके, फॉर एटलीस्ट लाइक 20 मिनट से स्टार्ट करो, 5 मिनट से स्टार्ट करो, टेक बेबी स्टेप्स। और मेडिटेशन करने से क्या क्या चेंजेस आते हैं वो भी मैं बताऊंगी। आई हैव सीन दैट मेडिटेशन आई एम डूइंग लाइक फ्रॉम पास्ट 3 to 4 years हो गए, मतलब कंसिस्टेंटली करते हुए। ब्रीद वर्क आई डू, बॉक्स ब्रीदिंग, यू इनहेल, यू पॉज फॉर 4 to 5 seconds, यू एक्सहेल, फिर पॉज करते हो, फिर माइंड कहीं जाता है, यू ब्रिंग बैक टू योर ब्रीथ। सो आई एम डूइंग दिस, सो स्पिरिचुअली, टू फीड माई स्पिरिचुअल बीइंग आई डू दिस। इसके फायदे, मेंटली अनस्टेबल कभी आप नहीं होगे। अनस्टेबिलिटी का मतलब वो वाला मेंटली अनस्टेबल नहीं, वो साइकोपैथ वाला सीन नहीं है। मेंटली अनस्टेबल मतलब लाइफ में जो भी टर्बुलेंस आती है, अप्स एंड डाउन्स, तो ज्यादा खुशी में बहुत ज्यादा खुश ना होना, ठीक है, न्यूट्रल स्टेट में रहती हूँ, जैसे कुछ भी अजीब सा भी हो गया तो यू स्टार्ट सीइंग एवरीथिंग इन अ डिटैच्ड वे। सो ये हेल्प करता है मेडिटेशन आपको, आप किसी भी चीज में ना इनग्रोस नहीं हो जाते हो, अरे ये हो गया, रोने बैठ गया, नहीं नहीं नहीं।
Overwhelming वाली feeling I guess नहीं आती।
ओवरवेलमिंग वाली फीलिंग चली जाती है आस्था। यू आर लाइक कि ओके कुछ नहीं बदला, ठीक है, ये तो छोटा सा एक डस्ट बराबर प्रॉब्लम है, हम इसको लाइक एक सेंट जोन में चले जाते हो। अब मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि यू आर लाइक कि आई एम नॉट माई बॉडी, नॉट इवन माई माइंड, फिर वाई टू वरी, आई एम लार्जर देन दिस प्रॉब्लम, मैं देख सकती हूँ उस प्रॉब्लम को। ओके, यूनिवर्स बहुत बड़ा है, ये प्रॉब्लम बहुत छोटा है, मैं कर लूंगी सॉल्व। ओके, दिमागी हालत ठीक रहती है ना, यू आर एबल टू डू एवरीथिंग, सो दैट्स द थिंग।
Ma'am, I have a question.
गो अहेड।
Ma'am, actually, I'm planning to visit institute. सो मेरे जो रिलेटिव्स हैं वो वहीं पे रहते हैं गाजियाबाद में, तो वो बोल रहे हैं कि नोएडा में अभी कुछ क्राइम्स वगैरह चल रहे हैं, अभी मत आना। तो इज इट ट्रू?
कहाँ नहीं होते हैं क्राइम, वही तो बात है। ऐसा मतलब मैं तो निकल जाती हूँ शाम में, ऐसा कुछ वो नहीं है कि क्राइम हो रहे हैं। आई डोंट नो, मतलब देखो मुझे पता भी नहीं है कि क्या हो रहा है, बिकॉज मैं न्यूज नहीं देखती हूँ।
हाँ, लाइक उन्होंने न्यूज़पेपर का ही भेजा था, 2-3।
तो मैं आपको देखो यही रेकमेंड करूंगी, इतना मत सोचो। हमारा जहाँ इंस्टीट्यूट है ना, वो एरिया बहुत सेफ है, और हमारे वजह से भी हो सकता है सेफ बन गया है, बिकॉज वी हैव आवर प्रेजेंस देयर। तो कुछ होता नहीं, हमारे मतलब इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, वी आर इनटू होटल बिजनेसेस, तो वहां पर है थोड़ा दबदबा कह लो। तो वैसी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उस एरिया में जहाँ पर हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट है, और बगल में काफी सारे होटल्स हैं हमारे। तो उसी में हमारा हॉस्टल भी है, बॉयज हॉस्टल के नीचे हमारे होटल है, उसके नीचे हमारा इंस्टीट्यूट है। तो बगल में
ओके
लाइक
मैम।
2 मिनट लगेगा आपको इंस्टीट्यूट आने में। सो ऐसा नहीं है यू हैव टू ट्रैवल मेट्रो से, या फिर रात में कहीं भटकते हुए आ रहे हो, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। क्लास आपका फिनिश हो जाता है बाय 6-6:30, 2 घंटे की क्लास होगी। तो ऐसा कोई इशू नहीं है, बट हाँ थोड़ी गर्ल्स के लिए सेफ कम ही होता है। अगर आप जैसे रात में हो, निकल जाते हो 8-9 बजे, तो वो थोड़ा सेफ है। बॉम्बे इन टर्म्स ऑफ दिस गुड, इट्स गुड, बट बॉयज के लिए मुझे नहीं लगता कोई प्रॉब्लम।
ओके मैम
मैम
तो
पता है रात में ज्यादा काम हो सकता है अकॉर्डिंग टू हम दिन में जितना करते हैं, तो इज इट गुड और लाइक हमें
व्हाट
शेड्यूल
अनुष्का,
चेंज करना होगा?
व्हाट?
मैम आई वाज सेइंग कि रात में हमारा ज्यादा काम हो पाता है, अच्छा, और लाइक क्वांटिटी भी ज्यादा, बट दिन में नहीं हो पाता, तो अच्छा है या फिर हम शेड्यूल चेंज करें?
ये आप मुझसे पूछ रहे हो, मैं रात में ही काम करती हूँ और करती थी, निफ्ट में भी और ड्यूरिंग माय प्रिपरेशन टाइम, क्योंकि दिन में इतना, और मेरा जहाँ घर है ना, वहाँ आसपास तूफान आता है डेली मतलब इट्स नॉट इन अ सोसाइटी लाइक जहाँ मैं रहती थी ड्यूरिंग माय प्रिपरेशन टाइम, तो वहां पर लकड़ी पीट रहे हैं लोग, लोहे पीट रहे हैं, मतलब वो बनाते थे गेट, बड़े बड़े लोहे के गेट, वो ही मेरे ही जस्ट घर के बगल में। दिस इज व्हाट आई अट्रैक्टेड इन माय लाइफ, डिस्टरबेंस ऑन पीक था। तो रात में सब लोग शांत रहते थे, मैं पूरे दिन सोती थी ईयरबड्स लगाकर। मेरी सिचुएशन बहुत बुरी थी उस वक्त, तो ईयरबड्स खरीद लिया था, 20 रुपए में मिलता है, उसको स्पंज वाला लगा लो अगर इतना नॉइज है। तो मैं पूरे दिन
हाँ।
सोती थी, मैं पेरेंट्स हैज कोऑपरेटेड मी, और रात में आई यूज टू वर्क। तो रात में ही शांति महसूस होती है ना इन योर प्रिपरेशन टाइम राइट नाउ। दिन रात मत देखो, करो प्रिपरेशन, बस अपने डाइट का ध्यान रखना और थोड़ा थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज करते रहो, सब ठीक रहेगा।
मैम आप कुछ एक्सरसाइज भी सजेस्ट करने वाले थे
मैं
हमारी लाइक
लिंक
जो
भेज दूंगी,
हार्ट।
मैं तो कॉपी करती हूँ एक्सरसाइजेज यूट्यूब से, मतलब एक एक करके साथ में कर रहे हैं, पीछे से म्यूजिक बज रहा है। तो मेरा अपना खुद का ऐसा कुछ एक्सरसाइज इन्वेंट नहीं किया मैंने, बट आई फॉलो सर्टेन वीडियोस, तो मैं वो शेयर कर दूंगी।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू।
Yeah.
मैम
But
ये
there's this, wait, there's this one thing which I did from Sadhguru's ईशा क्रिया करके कुछ होता है, वो ऐसे वाले कुछ कुछ टेंशन रिलीज करने वाले एक्सरसाइज, सिर्फ स्ट्रेचिंग टाइप का कुछ होता है। तो वो करती थी मैं स्टार्टिंग में, जब मेरा मन नहीं करता था, क्योंकि वो बहुत लेजी फ्रेंडली था, लाइक लेजी पीपल फ्रेंडली वाला, आपको बहुत मूवमेंट करने की जरूरत नहीं है। तो वो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग लगा था मुझे। बट अभी तो आई डू कार्डियो, जुम्बा, स्किपिंग 200 टाइम्स, वेट लिफ्टिंग, बस 2.5, 4.5, 5, बिकॉज स्ट्रेंथ इज इंपॉर्टेंट। हाथ में स्ट्रेंथ ही नहीं होगा तो काम कैसे करोगे, राइट? तो अब थकते जो हो ना, इट मीन्स आपकी स्ट्रेंथ कम है, स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ाओ, लेकिन 2.5 के डंबल ले लो, स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग थोड़ी बहुत करो, या बॉटल ले लो, ऐसे 2.5 किलो का कोई बॉटल है आपके पास तो उससे थोड़ी स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग कर लो, कुछ भी करो, कुछ हेवी उठाओ सही तरीके से, तो उससे आपकी स्ट्रेंथ डेवलप होगी, तब भी कम थकोगे। आधी एग्जॉशन तुम्हारे स्टेगनेंट लाइफस्टाइल की वजह से है, हमारी इतनी लाइफस्टाइल इतनी ऐसी हो गई है ना, तो इसकी वजह से। तो पूरे टाइम बैठे मत रहो, थोड़ा कूद फान करो। अभी मुझे कोई टाइम नहीं होता, मैं सबसे ऊपर वाले फ्लोर पे चली जाती हूँ, फिर नीचे जाती हूँ, फिर ऊपर, फिर नीचे 10 टाइम्स, फिर मैं थक जाती हूँ। इट्स गुड, आपकी कैपेसिटी इंक्रीज होती है उसमें। ये नहीं कि फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे जाते जाते एकदम सांस फूलने लग जाती है लोगों की, राइट? वो अब मेरे साथ नहीं होता है, मैं मतलब 6 to 7 स्टोरी तक भी आई एम फाइन। सो स्ट्रेंथ
मैम
इज इम्पोर्टेंट आई फील।
एक और
मैम इज
प्रॉब्लम
इट
जो
द
है हमें, लाइक बैठ नहीं पाते, बैठ जाए तो फिर 4-5 घंटे 2-3 मॉडल इजीली बना लेते हैं, बट अब पहले बैठने का ही मन नहीं करता, बिकॉज पता है ना कुछ पेन होगा या फिर कुछ कुछ होगा, तो इस इशू को कैसे सॉल्व करें?
क्या आपके चेयर में कांटे हैं अनुष्का?
नहीं मैम, बट
कुशन लगाओ
ऐसा
नीचे, बैठ नहीं पा रहे हो ठीक से तो कुशन, थोड़ा कुशन लगाओ, देखो अच्छे चेयर में इन्वेस्ट करो। थोड़ा स्टिफ है चेयर तो थोड़ा एर्गोनॉमिकली अगर डिजाइन थोड़ी सी तंग है, तो फिर तो वो तंग करेगा ना आपको तो
मैम आई थिंक वो कह रही है कि कोई भी टास्क स्टार्ट करने में प्रॉब्लम होता है, लाइक मतलब कोई भी चीज को स्टार्ट ही करने से हम प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट करते हैं, तो उस चीज के बारे में आई थिंक वो कह रही है कि कैसे उसको टैकल करें?
एक ही तरीका है इसको टैकल करने का, वो है ये, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग और इट्स प्रूवन। ओके, हमारा जो ब्रेन है ना, इसको कंटिन्यू करना पसंद है, किसी टास्क को कंटिन्यू करना हमारे ब्रेन को पसंद है, स्टार्ट करना बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है। और कोई मैसिव टास्क अगर आपने लिख दिया है यहाँ पर कि आज तो 5 मॉडल बना करके ही मैं छोड़ूं, तब तो आपका माइंड डर चुका है, आपने उसको इतना डरा दिया, इतना धमका दिया, एंड योर माइंड इज, आपका जो प्रिमिटिव पार्ट ऑफ ब्रेन है ना वो एक्टिवेट हो जाता है। फिर उसे लगता है कि नहीं नहीं, हमारे जो ओनर है इस पर कोई खतरा है, इस पर कोई खतरा है, इससे इसको स्ट्रेस हो सकता है। ये प्रिमिटिव पार्ट ऑफ ब्रेन हमें बचाने के लिए है। ठीक है, जब हम एंशियंट पीपल जब ऐसे जंगल में घूमते थे तो जानवर आता था तो आप वहीं पे थोड़ी खड़े हो जाओ, आकर काट लो मुझे, ऐसा थोड़ी करोगे आप। वहां पे इंस्टिंक्ट होती है ना कि भागेंगे हम वहां से, हम आग लेकर जाएंगे शाम में ताकि हम ऐसे लेकर जाएं, ताकि जानवर दूर हो हमसे। वो प्रिमिटिव पार्ट ऑफ ब्रेन हमारा हो जाता है एक्टिवेट जैसे ही आपने दिखा दिया कुछ मैसिव टास्क। ओके, आपका कॉन्शियस माइंड करना चाहता है उसको, बिकॉज यू नो, योर कॉन्शियस माइंड नोज कि इसको करने से ही कुछ होने वाला है जिंदगी में। बट प्रिमिटिव पार्ट जो एक्टिवेट हुआ, वो आपको बचाएगा। कैसे बचाएगा? कुछ कुछ थॉट्स आने लग जाएंगे, नहीं अभी थोड़ा सा, बस बस 5 मिनट इंस्टाग्राम देखूंगी, आइडियाज के लिए देखूंगी, सिर्फ आर्टिस्टिक जोन के कुछ ऑरिगैमी वीडियोस ही देखकर छोड़ दूंगी, वो 2-2 मिनट वाले कुछ कुछ बना लूंगी, ठीक है। पर उसमें आ गए कुछ स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियंस एंड यू आर लाइक, ओ माय गॉड, 2 आवर्स का वीडियो है, बहुत सीखने को कुछ कुछ मिल जाएगा, चलो देखते हैं। तो उसमें देखो आपका टाइम, आपकी मेंटल एनर्जी बहुत एग्जॉस्ट हो गई है, अब उसके बाद आपका मन नहीं करेगा, कुछ ना कुछ करते रहने का मन कर रहा है कि अच्छा मेरे पापा आ गए, अभी कुछ तो होगा उस झोले में, चलो जाकर खा लेते हैं। और आप खा रहे हो, ओवर ईटिंग कर रहे हो, स्ट्रेस इससे दूर जाता है, राइट। तो ये जो चीजें हैं ये आपका प्रिमिटिव ब्रेन के एक्टिवेट होने की वजह से हुआ। व्हाट्स द सोल्यूशन? आपको ये नहीं बोलना है कि मुझे 5 मॉडल्स बनाने, कुछ नहीं बोलना है, ये चीज आपको पता है कि जितना बन पाएगा उतना ही बनाएंगे। लिखना आपको ये है कि मुझे सिर्फ 5 मिनट बैठ करके अपना टेबल क्लीन करके सारे मटेरियल्स लेकर के पेपर कटर को हाथ में लेकर के कटिंग करनी है, ओनली फॉर 5 मिनट्स। ये मॉडल बनाने का शुरुआत करना है बस मुझे। ओके, आप बस उस चीज को इनिशिएट करो। मैंने क्या बताया, हमारे ब्रेन को स्टार्ट करना नहीं पसंद है मैसिव टास्क, बट उसको कंटिन्यू करना बहुत पसंद है। जब 5 मिनट के लिए बैठ ही जाओगे टेबल चेयर नीट एंड क्लीन करके, परफ्यूम लगा कर, लाइक मैं तो बहुत ऐसे फ्रेश होकर बैठो, परफ्यूम लगा दो इधर उधर हर जगह, अपना फेवरेट परफ्यूम कहीं से फूल पत्ती तोड़कर चिपका दो हर जगह, ताकि कलर्स हो आपके आसपास। एंड उसके बाद जब आप बैठोगे ना, आपका मन ही नहीं करेगा 5 मिनट के बाद उठने का। यू ऑलवेज फील, अरे मैं वो नहीं हूं जो 5 मिनट में उठ जाऊं, मैं हूं एक निफ्ट एस्पिरेंट, मैं तो कम से कम 1 घंटे तो मॉडल बनाऊंगी। और 1 घंटे भी छोड़ो, 5 से वो 10 मिनट जरूर हो गए, यू लाइक ये तो 5 मिनट में इतू सा कट हुआ, थोड़ा और कर लेते हैं काम, कंटिन्यू करने का मन करेगा। तो मैसिव टास्क मत दो खुद को, बस पहले क्लीन करके ना, स्पेस को क्लीन करके बैठ जाओ वहां पर, अपने हाथ में वो इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स लेकर, ग्लू और पेपर कटर लेकर बैठ जाओ। कैसे नहीं होगा काम? घर का सबसे बेस्ट कुशन या कोई पुराना तकिया है, उसको रख लो चेयर पे, उस पे बैठो, यू फील कंफर्टेबल। तो कंफर्टेबल होना चाहिए, नहीं कि चेयर में इधर उधर से चुभ रहा है हमें और हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो वो कैसे कर पाओगे आप? ओके, आई थिंक आई हैव
Ma'am,
आंसर्ड
I
ऑल
have a
योर डाउट।
question.
या, यस।
Ma'am, is it the offline classes are started for NIF 2027?
यस, अभी स्टूडेंट्स आ रहे हैं, आप आ जाओ तो आप स्टार्ट कर देंगे शिवम, वन
Okay,
ऑन वन
ma'am.
पर्सनल कोचिंग दे दूंगी मैं आपको। सो
Yes,
बेसिकली
ma'am.
स्टूडेंट्स आर कमिंग, अभी राइट नाउ 2 स्टूडेंट्स आर कमिंग फ्रॉम नवादा पटना, उनकी इंक्वायरीज आई थी तो दे आर कमिंग, अभी वो शिफ्ट होंगे तो स्टार्ट होगी, बाकी
Yes,
ऑनलाइन
ma'am.
स्टार्ट हो चुकी है।
I'm also planning to coming. So which date you feel?
कल आ जाओ,
Okay, ma'am.
कभी भी आ जाओ।
Okay,
या,
ma'am. I will inform you.
या,
मैम आई हैड अ डाउट।
यस।
मैम जैसे वंदना मैम ने कहा कि हम SSIFS में लाइक एनरोल कर सकते हैं, बट अगर निफ्ट के अच्छे कैंपस मिल गए तो वी कैन गो देयर। तो मैम मेरी ये डाउट थी कि निफ्ट की जो काउंसलिंग की राउंड्स होती है, जिससे पता चलता है कि हमें कौन सी कैंपस मिलेगी, वो जुलाई तक लाइक स्ट्रेच हो जाती है या जुलाई में स्टार्ट होती है? लाइक लास्ट ईयर जुलाई में स्टार्ट हुई थी। तो मैम तब तक तो SSIFS के लाइक एडमिशंस एंड जो भी कुछ है सब तो बंद हो जाएंगे। तो मैम हाउ हाउ कैन वी डू लाइक दैट बोथ, कि अगर मुझे निफ्ट नहीं मिला तो आई कैन गो टू SSIS, अगर मुझे निफ्ट की अच्छी
फॉर द
कैंपस
फैशन
मिलेगी?
डिजाइनिंग, मैं मैम को, वैसे तो हमने रिक्वेस्ट किया है मैम को कि मैम इफ अगर सीट्स, देखो इट्स अबाउट द सीट, अगर उनकी सीट फुल हो जाएगी दे विल क्लोज द एडमिशन, अगर सीट्स होंगे तो दे कैन टेक ओनली आवर स्टूडेंट्स। मैंने बोला है मैम को, तो वो थोड़ा कंसिडर कर सकते हैं आपकी रिक्वेस्ट को।
Yes, ma'am. Like I can give the entrance and the interview, all that. But
या
NIFT में मुझे क्या होता है वो तो I can know only after in July or something.
या अगस्त, देखो अगस्त के फर्स्ट वीक तक आपका सब कुछ सॉर्टेड हो जाता है, फर्स्ट वीक से आपका ना सेमेस्टर स्टार्ट हो जाता है, ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम अगस्त फर्स्ट या सेकेंड से हो जाती है, वो फर्स्ट से ही हो जाती है यूजुअली। तो
मैम बट
दैट्स
SSIFS में बंद हो जाती है लाइक जुलाई उसमें दिखा रहा था कि 13th जुलाई और 15th जुलाई लाइक was the last
आई
date of
हैव
the semester.
कन्वर्सेशन विद मैम, मतलब मैं थोड़ा बात कर लूंगी कि क्या हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए कुछ पॉसिबल हो सकता है, ऐसा ऊपर नीचे कुछ कर सकते हैं हम क्या, आई रिक्वेस्ट। तो देखते हैं, अगर सीट रहा तो फिर मे बी दे कैन टेक। बट
Okay.
बेसिकली वी कंडक्टेड दिस सेशन फॉर दो स्टूडेंट्स जो एकदम ऐसे बेसहारे हो जाते हैं ना, जिनको फैशन डिजाइनिंग करना है कि अगर निफ्ट नहीं मिला तो क्या करेंगे, दिस इज द बेस्ट ऑल्टरनेटिव विच आई विल ऑलवेज रेकमेंड, बिकॉज it's leaded by Vandana ma'am only. The same curriculum, even the better curriculum is here. And I love the meditation thing, that meditation is happening there.
Ma'am, the faculties there are experienced like
Yeah.
10 plus and all that.
Yes. इवन आज भी जो अश्लेषा मैम से आप मिले तो शी इज एन एक्सपीरियंस फैकल्टी। हमारी एक और मैम है एकता मैम, शी इज ऑल्सो फ्रॉम निफ्ट दिल्ली ओनली, तो निफ्ट ही के आपको सारे फैकल्टीज मिलेंगे, ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई भी है वहां पर, निफ्ट के 10-20 years एक्सपीरियंस फैकल्टीज आर देयर।
Okay, ma'am.
मैम मुझे एक चीज बोलनी थी। आई वाज वांटिंग टू टेल दिस फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम बट आई थिंक टुडे इज द राइट टाइम।
ओह माय गुडनेस।
लाइक बहुत लोग बोल रहे हैं कि मन नहीं लगता करने में भाई, इट्स नॉट जस्ट वन और टू, मुझे भी ऐसा ही लगता था। सो माय फ्रेंड, शी इज नॉट अ डिजाइनर, शी इज डूइंग इंजीनियरिंग। वन डे शी कॉल्ड मी टेलिंग मी दैट भाई तुम्हारी मैम कितनी अच्छे से बात करती है, उनका रील देख लेती हूँ मैं तो काम करने बैठ जाती हूँ।
Oh, that's so
एंड आई वाज लाइक हाँ तुमने मैम का क्लास अभी अटेंड नहीं किया, बिकॉज यू गिव सच इंसाइटफुल वर्ड्स एंड थॉट्स, लाइक माइंडसेट ही चेंज हो जाता है हमारा। सो कभी भी बोर हो, काम करने का मन नहीं होता तो मैम का रील देख लो।
wow, I'm such an entertainment for you guys. Okay.
Ma'am, I came across this quote in Instagram, like while scrolling, that said, "How long are you willing to postpone the life you want in exchange for the comfort of where you are currently at?"
Yes, that's amazing. I think ये कहीं ना कहीं saved होगा मेरा। It's from Raj Shamani, I think.
I don't know. I just got this reel, so I saved it. Ki, like, this is the best for motivation.
Yes, yes, absolutely. That's amazing. That's so sweet of you, Purvi. That's so sweet of you. Because I feel कि देखो आप कुछ करते हो, कुछ बनते हो, वो हमेशा सेकेंडरी होता है। ओके, आई सी यू गाइज एज ह्यूमन बींग्स फर्स्ट, नॉट एज नेफ्ट आस्पिरेंट। मैंने अभी अपने स्टूडेंट्स को कभी टैग नहीं दिया कि आप एक आस्पिरेंट हो। अरे यू गाइज आर फ्यूचर डिजाइनर, ऑलवेज सी योर हाईएस्ट सेल्फ। ओके, सो वो सब कुछ नहीं हो, अभी आपका ये प्रेजेंट आप फ्यूचर में वो हो, तो वाई नॉट टू एक्ट लाइक दैट ओनली। सो आई सी यू गाइज एज ह्यूमन बींग्स, और ह्यूमन बींग्स के लिए जो भी रिक्वायर्ड स्किल सेट है वो ही शेयर करती हूँ। As within so without, there's this hermetic saying, as within so without, as above so below। मतलब आप जैसे अंदर हो ना वो ही प्रोजेक्ट करोगे आप अपने फिजिकल रियलिटी में। अगर आप अंदर से मिजरेबल हो तो मिजरी क्रिएट करोगे, अगर आप अंदर से नेगेटिव हो तो नेगेटिविटी अट्रैक्ट करोगे। अगर अंदर से आप अपने इनर वर्क आपने कर ली ना, इनर वर्ल्ड अगर आपने प्योरीफाई कर लिया थ्रू मेडिटेशन, थ्रू ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ दोज टेक्निक्स, तो आप एक स्ट्रॉन्ग ह्यूमन बीइंग बन जाते हो। और एक स्ट्रॉन्ग ह्यूमन बीइंग अगर आप बन गए तो आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो ना, कुछ भी करोगे उधर ही सक्सेसफुल हो जाओगे, बिकॉज योर सक्सेस इज डिफाइंड विद योर पर्सनैलिटी। 75% सक्सेस में पर्सनैलिटी का रोल होता है, 25% में ये पूरी एकेडमिक जर्नी आ गए, ये पूरा स्किल सेट जो सीख रहे हो आर्टिस्टिक जोन में निफ्ट में सीखोगे, इट होल्ड्स ओनली 25%। 75% आपके करियर में, आपके सक्सेस में जो कंट्रीब्यूट करता है वो आपका पर्सनालिटी होता है। तो पर्सनालिटी पर मैं इसलिए ज्यादा फोकस करती हूँ कि मेंटली अगर आप स्टेबल हो गए, मेंटली अगर स्ट्रांग हो गए ना, नो बडी विल manipulate you in wrong direction. Nobody will have any negative influence on you. Why? Because you know the real truth. आपका माइंड तुरंत गार्ड करेगा, राइट? आपके सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में उस बिलीव को जाने ही नहीं देगा, ना वो पर्टिकुलर नेगेटिव थॉट माइंड में गई, ना नेगेटिविटी उत्पन्न होगी, राइट, आपके फिजिकल रियलिटी में. So, yes, always keep on working on yourself. You are first a human being, then you will become something. Then you keep on giving yourself tag, और एक tag कभी मत देना. You can be anything, okay? You can be at the same time anything. A good cook, a good mentor, a good designer, a good entertainer, कुछ भी एक टाइम पर बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. Never tag yourself. ये tagging वाली जो चीज है ना, वो मुझे बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं आती. And I don't want you guys to do that. Keep see yourself as a human being who is capable of doing everything. आप monkey थोड़ी हो एक कि बस हम वो तबला बजा रहा है और हम डांस कर रहे हैं और लोग हमें पैसे देंगे. नहीं, वो मंकी का इनेट नेचर नहीं है. मंकी का इनेट नेचर क्या है? एक पेड़ से दूसरे पेड़ पर छलांग मारना, एक्सप्लोर करना. एक्सप्लोरेटिव बहुत होता है वो, राइट? कितना क्यूरियस होता है, राइट? उसको पेड़ से फ्रूट्स तोड़कर खाना कितना पसंद होता है. सो एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग ना, यू आर हियर ऑन दिस प्लैनेट टू एक्सप्लोर द वर्ल्ड इन योर ओन वे. You are here to make your own way, not to be in a box or be in a bubble and tag yourself, hey, I'm only a designer, उसके अलावा मुझसे कुछ मत पूछना, I'm not a good human being, वो सब कुछ नहीं, I'm very good at my craft. No, you should be also very good at talking. You should also be very good at taking yourself, like, at in self care, loving yourself, right? These things should be the first thing you should focus on. Okay, self love practice karo, then only universe rewards such people who are happy inside out. Okay, so yeah, with that note I think we should wrap up. देखो, ये बोलते बोलते तो 4 घंटे और गुजर जाएंगे, तो मुझे एकदम सामने से कट करना पड़ता है, अपने दिल पर पत्थर लगे, क्योंकि you guys have always questions, which is good. This is what makes you a good student. But yeah, take care everyone. Ma'am, I'm from recorded lectures. I really miss your voice and motivation at the right time. Right time पर आप मुझे मिस कर रहे हो. भाव्या, I really miss your voice and motivation at the right time. मतलब मैं right time पर पहुंच नहीं पा रही हूँ आप तक. What is that? Could you please rephrase your sentence? मैं नहीं पहुंच पा रही हूँ right time तक. क्या है ये
Ma'am,
सब?
it's like when she needed it the most, she could not hear you or your motivations.
Okay, all
जब
right.
चाहिए होता है मोटिवेशन, तब एट द टाइम मैं नहीं दे पा रही होती हूँ, कि जब मैं लो फील करती हूँ, जब मॉडल बनाने की इच्छा नहीं
सुनो,
होती है,
आप
उस
हमें टेक्स्ट
वक्त।
कर दिया करो. ओके,
हाँ, बीच बीच में मैं ज्वाइन कर दूँ वैसा।
या आप हमें टेक्स्ट किया करो कब आप लो फील कर रहे हो, ताकि हम देखें कि आप लो कब कब फील करते हो. ओके, एंड डोंट वरी, अभी
थैंक यू
लो फील
मैम।
करने की जरूरत नहीं है. थोड़ा प्रेशर है बस आपके ऊपर, मेहनत करते रहो. मैंने क्या, मैम ने भी ये चीजें मेंशन की है, हार्ड वर्क एंड कंसिस्टेंसी एंड सेल्फ लाइक फेथ, इट्स इंडिपेंडेंट ट्रेट्स. ओके, ये आपको थोड़ी कोई डिग्री में दे देगा ला करके, राइट? हर्षिता, आई जस्ट फॉरगेट टू अपलोड दैट. अभी मैं करती हूँ अपलोड. ओके, या
Ma'am, do you know anything like situation test की dates कब आएगी?
मुझे वही तो मैं सोचूं, आज मुझसे ये क्वेश्चन क्यों नहीं पूछा गया है. सिचुएशन टेस्ट की डेट्स आने तो वाली है, पता नहीं कब आएगा. 15 अप्रैल हो चुका है. फिर ये मेरा रटा हुआ डायलॉग है जो मैं बोल रही हूँ, ये अंदर से नहीं आ रहा है. इट्स आई एम यूज टू दिस आंसर. तो वेट कर लो निफ्ट ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट का, देखते रहो, चेक करते रहो. मे बी दे विल अपडेट योर एडमिट कार्ड, उसी में मेंशन होगा, क्योंकि लास्ट अपडेट में वो ही मेंशन किया था उन्होंने कि दे विल अनाउंस द डेट इन योर एडमिट कार्ड. ठीक है, अभी मुझे लगता है अभी 4 बच्चे और ये पूछ ना दे. आई हैव टू एंड दिस सेशन. टेक केयर एवरीवन, बाय.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you're most welcome, guys, and thank you for joining in, and thank you for not being so shy in today's class. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, you deserve this thank you today.
मैम,
ऐसे
आपके साथ इंटरेक्ट कर करके हमें आदत हो चुकी है, हम ऐसे कुछ भी सवाल वो निकल ही जाते हैं, रुका नहीं जाता हमसे।
एकदम रोकना ही नहीं है, सेल्फ साबोटाजिंग बिल्कुल नहीं करनी है. दिस साउंड्स लाइक सावधान रहिए, सतर्क रहिए और देखते रहिए निफ्ट की वेबसाइट। या एग्जैक्टली वही मैं बोलना चाहती थी पूर्वी। इतने बार एक ही क्वेश्चन पूछ लेते हो ना आप। चल
लेजिट मैम रील्स पे चिल्ला रही हैं कि निफ्ट का चेक करो वेबसाइट, निफ्ट का चेक करो
एग्जैक्टली।
वेबसाइट।
एंड आई वाज लाइक अब इसके बाद मैं ये रील शेयर करूंगी, इसीलिए मैंने शूट किया था वो। अब नहीं बोलूंगी मैं फिर से। नाउ
नहीं
आई
मैम,
गो।
लाइक वंदना मैम ने कहा ना, लाइक 25 अप्रैल, तो वी वर लाइक ये डेट्स आ गई।
नहीं 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 नहीं, उनको ऐसा लगा हो। ओके। उनको लगा होगा। या चलो, आई सी यू टुमारो।
मैम
यस।
मैम आप मैम आप मेडिटेशन कैसे करते हैं? मुझे तो नहीं आती है करते टाइम में।
आंखों को बंद करो और इनहेल करेंगे, पूरी डीप ब्रीदिंग लेंगे हम, ठीक है। उसके बाद यू हैव टू एक्सहेल इट। फिर इनहेल करो, फिर एक्सहेल करो। ओके, व्हेन यू आर इनहेलिंग ऑलवेज थिंक अबाउट ऑल द पॉजिटिव थिंग्स you want to imbibe in your personality. Imagine there's this yellow light which you are inhaling, and when you are exhaling, imagine there's this green toxic light जो कि आपकी बॉडी से निकल रहा है। वो सारी सेल्फ डाउटिंग बिलीव, सेल्फ साबोटाजिंग बिलीव, इन सबको लेकर के वो बाहर जा रहा है। आई डू दिस, दैट्स ऑल। कोई भी थॉट आ रही है उस वक्त, परेशान मत हो कि अरे मैम पूरे टाइम तो बस थॉट आते रहता है, पिज्जा नहीं खाया 1 महीने से आपके कहने पर। तो वो थॉट्स आएंगे, ठीक है, क्योंकि हमारा मंकी माइंड है, वो बहुत चंचल होता है, वो बहुत सारे थॉट्स आएंगे। तो जो भी थॉट्स आ रहे हैं, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, हम जब ट्रेनिंग करते हैं तो क्या करते हैं ना, ट्रेनिंग पर फोकस करते हैं। तो आपका कुछ भी थॉट आ रहा है, बस वहां से फिर से अपना फोकस ब्रीथ पर लेकर आओ। इनहेल एक्सेल, इनहेल एक्सेल। फिर कोई थॉट आए, कोई बात नहीं है, सी बी द ऑब्जर्वर। बी द ऑब्जर्वर, आप ऑब्जर्व करो ना उस थॉट को कि ये थॉट आया। आप इंडल्ज मत हो उस थॉट के साथ कि चलो मेरे माइंड में एक थॉट आ रहा है, ऐसा कुछ, तो अब उस थॉट के बारे में सोचने मत लग जाओ। ये हमेशा आपके कंट्रोल में होता है। डोंट इंडल्ज विद दैट थॉट, see that thought as an observer. Okay, बस यही बहुत सिंपल तरीका है। और हमेशा डेली नहाना बहुत जरूरी है, राइट? आप बहुत फ्रेश फील करोगे। सो इफ यू आर डूइंग मेडिटेशन ऑन अ डेली बेसिस, मेक श्योर यू थोड़ा फ्रेश रहने की कोशिश करो। और शाम में भी इफ यू आर डूइंग मेडिटेशन, तो आप थोड़ा हाथ पैर ही धो लो, थोड़ा पानी मार लो फेस पे, ताकि थोड़ा फ्रेश फील हो। ओके, दैट्स ऑल, दैट्स व्हाट आई डू।
मैम
या
मैम कल की क्लास में कैन वी डू पॉपअप कार्ड, लाइक मुझे उसमें प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही है।
एक पॉपअप कार्ड का वीडियो शेयर करूंगी मैं आपके साथ, बट हाँ, पॉपअप कार्ड कल की क्लास में व्हाट वी आर सपोज टू डू, क्या बताया था मैंने? हिडिया,
इंटीरियर।
Wire of foils.
And
एक्सप्लोर
मैम वायर।
मटेरियल्स। क्या कुछ नहीं बोल दिया मैंने, एक टॉपिक का भी क्यों नहीं बताती
नहीं,
हूँ।
आपने इंटीरियर बोला था।
इंटीरियर, इंटीरियर
हम लोगों
करेंगे
ने
ना।
बोला था वायर और फॉइल करेंगे।
वो
मैम आपने
आप
तीनों
करोगे,
बोला था।
वो आप करोगे, वो असाइनमेंट था आपका। ओके, आई डू इंटीरियर। वैसे तो इंटीरियर आपको पता है, अभी शेयर किया है, बट स्टिल वी कैन डू दैट।
हम
टेक केयर
स्टार्टिंग के
एवरीवन।
आधे घंटा में पॉपअप कार्ड की लाइक बता दीजिएगा, बेसिक्स मैकेनिज्म्स एंड ऑल।
डन। मैम, कैन वी ऑल्सो डू स्टेडियम और सिनेमा हॉल और थिंग्स लाइक दैट? हाँ, इंटीरियर कुछ क्रिएटिव टॉपिक पर ही करेंगे, डोंट वरी। चलो फिर मैं कल मिलती हूँ आपसे एट 3 p.m. ऑनवर्ड्स योर क्लास विल स्टार्ट। टेक केयर, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन फाउंडेशन बैच स्टूडेंट्स, जसमित, सो प्राउड ऑफ you that you attended this session. Yeah, take care guys,
Thank you,
bye.
ma'am.
Yeah,
थैंक यू मैम।
okay, bye.